Hey, I made it back. Look at that. I'm back. And we have some stuff to talk about. Spider-Man, not only is it continuously, it keeps making money, it was number one again, beat out Insidious. And I have a funny story about that. Apparently, there's like 5 of those movies. Where's your out of the theater reaction for that one go? I don't even know if I told PLD why I didn't do it out of the theater for that one. It's a good story. We'll talk about it. We have some stuff. Lanterns, episode 2. I'm going to tell you right now that I did not watch it yet on purpose because I think Sam and I are going to watch it, but I'm sure Roka did, and we'll get his non-spoilery thoughts on that one. Avengers Endgame, some more news with that, with the tickets. Some Kong universe stuff. We'll discuss that and more on the show here today with me and John Roka. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Did you shit in there?
Hi. Nice to be back, everybody. Good to be here. Got some news about what the hell I was doing. But holding down the fort last week, at least by himself, was John.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. How you doing, everybody? Hello,
good to have you back. Thank you. We were just
good to have you. Good to have you back. Please.
I know. Look, I was busy. You know, I'll address. You know me. I said it was so funny because I saw one. Because I don't go and respond to things anymore. Really, when it comes to comments,
smart move.
I just throw people out of the room and don't ask questions anymore. And the stupidest comment I saw while I was gone is someone goes, why don't you guys just say Christian's on vacation right now, and he's out there on vacation and he's been promoting this show for a while and it's not really happening and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're gone, you're out. Because 2 things, I hope that the person feels bad when I say this. The first part I was out there is we were out and we were in LA. We were out there to visit family members who are successfully recovering from cancer.
Oh,
successly.
That's great to hear.
Doing well. So I hope that person feels like shit for writing that fucking stupid comment. That's part 1. Part 2 is I was out there for the show and we filmed the Kickstarter video, the opening video. We recorded it at the director's house, which is cool. We are putting it together, and the goal is this for people who to know right now. We submitted to Kickstarter. We have not been approved yet. That's what's taken so long. We were waiting to get approved. As soon as we get approved, and then you got to wait about 3 weeks to launch. So as soon as we get approved, I will let you guys know immediately. If I get a text from Craig, the campaign manager, during the show, I'll bring him on so he can tell everybody. I'm waiting, and then also the goal is that as soon as we get approved, then I can start announcing other things. So that is why I wanted to, just give some updates to people right now about what's going on, because we shot a really cool video. Like it was Martini and I just kind of getting into the gist of it, and we had our good. So do you remember Joey Mota from the Schmoedown days? The photographer used to come in.
Oh yes, Joey,
grandson of legendary baseball player Manny Mota.
Manny Mota, yes,
and now Manny Mota, and and so Joey came to the shoot, and we shot a bunch of great photos. So we got some stuff for him. We have some.
Nice.
We had it was kind of a reunion of sorts because Dennis Zen was going to shoot the video for us.
Oh, nice.
It was great, but he had to go out of town. So he recommended his buddy Barrett, who I didn't realize actually shot some stuff for us at the Schmoedown. And it was great. So it went awesome. Really, really well. And we added some humor to it. And because I was like, we wanted to also showcase Martini to the audience too, because if people don't know her, you get to see kind of her personality a bit. You know me, I'm basically just kind of saying what's going on. So it was a good thing. I mentioned Insidious. Did you wind up seeing the latest one? No, you didn't.
It's not my jam. I've never seen any of the Insidious films.
So
go ahead.
I think I saw Ellis and Roxy briefly when I was in LA. I saw them for about an hour. Nice. And it was on Wednesday because as people saw, I did 2 things with The Real Rejects, well, with Greg while I was there. I did one thing that there was a podcast that he and I did that went up this weekend. That was him and I. Well, we talked about the project for a bit because I announced it on the thing. Greg's coming on as a producer on the pilot. So we talked about that, but what we talked about Star Wars and other things, but I also shot a Howard the Duck reaction with him. Dude, I hadn't seen that movie maybe since it came out.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was really it was made me fresh and rotten at the same time. So we so
Leah Thompson is a hottie in that movie.
Incredibly hot. And there's some gratuitous shit going on in that movie.
Yes.
Too. She, for some reason, she just puts on panties in front of the duck and starts like crawling around on the bed. And I was like, well, what am I complaining about?
Yeah, exactly.
Mommy.
Yeah, sure. Wherever that came from. So that's a new one. And then Peel's just laughing his ass off right now. He's bright red, which is such bullshit because you can't see him. He's bright red, just chuckling like he just farted in 6th grade in the classroom that it was so loud that he blamed it on somebody else. Anyway, so we went to so I was doing that, but in the morning I saw Ellis and Roxy, and Ellis was, and I said, Ellis, because it was the night before that screening, and I go, did we ever see any Insidious movies? He goes, I think we saw like 2 of them. Maybe you didn't see one of the other ones, but we definitely saw one together because I didn't remember. It was a screening that was late at night, John. And I took Vivian, who's now she's going to be 15.
Right.
And she likes horror movies. She likes Obsession. Okay. She likes all this. I'm like, you sure you want to go? I'm like, I mean, you don't know anything about these movies, and like it's kind of creepy. She's like, no, I want to go. I want to go and hang out with you. So I was like, you say that, and then okay. So we go to because I wanted to hang out with my daughter, so we go to the Grove, and we're sitting there, we're talking to Alonzo and Dave, and I playfully gave Alonzo some shit about still not remembering Roxy Stryer, and we had a cool conversation about it. If you met, like, have you ever met Alonzo's husband, Dave?
No, I don't think so.
He is the best, and he's like, but he's got this really deep voice, and he speaks like this, and he goes, and we were telling the story how Alonzo is the sweetest person you'll ever meet in your life.
And just for the reference, for Alonzo Duralde is who you're talking about.
Yes.
For people who may not know.
Alonzo Duralde, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alonzo Duralde is the sweetest person in the world, but he forgets Roxy. And someone asked him on a live stream, they go, he was talking about Spider-Man spoilers, and somebody asked him on the live stream about Roxy Stryer. And he goes, do you know who Roxy Stryer is? After we had a conversation with him with Roxy. And he thought they were talking about a Spider-Man character. He's like, I don't. And he's like, I don't. He's like, oh, I was thinking, I don't know the lore that well. So I sent him that text, and he's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed because he's such a sweetheart. And I talked to him, and going over that story, and Dave goes, what is her last name? And I go, Stryer. He goes, spell that. And I go, Striar. He goes, a formal apology is with incoming. It's so good. It's so good. But anyway, movie starts.
Yes.
The movie starts, and I'm watching, and I'm like, it's pretty creepy. Like some of the images. I'm like, and so my daughter's kind of like holding on my arm, moving it, and then she goes, I go to the bathroom. And I go, okay. So she goes to the bathroom, and then she comes back. And then there's a really creepy couch scene, which I don't know how much of it she saw. I think it was during the bathroom break. But then this dentist scene comes up, and John, my daughter gets up as fast as she can, and I shit you not, sprints from the bottom of the stairs to the outside. Doesn't say anything to me, just runs as if the creepy dentist was chasing her. And anyone who was at the screening saw this almost 15-year-old girl run across the thing as if she was going 100 miles an hour. And I said, oh, that's my cue. Sat around for like 2 seconds, left. So I didn't do it out of the theater because I didn't see the movie. I saw like 20 minutes of the movie. And that was it. And
that's hilarious.
That was it. I was like, okay, so I guess I'm not doing another theater for that one.
Yeah. I mean, 14, 15, you think you can handle it, then you get in there, you're like, oh boy. Yeah.
That was it. It was true. Someone said it was like a dust cloud. It was like the coyote just moving as fast as you could. This shit happens. And because I was gonna do the out of the theater with her, but she's like, and then it's adorable because she's like, at first she was like, oh, I was scared or whatever. And then when I was telling Roxy and Ella, she's like, I wasn't scared. The movie sucked. Is what she said. I was like, that's my daughter. She's like, I just didn't like it. I was like, okay, fine.
That's lying.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, and then we got they're. I mean, those two couldn't be more different. My little one and my oldest. Like the little one's gonna be a problem. Like when she's older, she's gonna be a problem. Anyway, so we're back now, and now we got a lot of stuff that we're gonna discuss, and we're already building up chats here too. Last week, people don't know, even though Mike and Roka didn't necessarily have a great showing together. They both Roka on his own did really well. And then Mike and Roxy actually won the week last week.
Yeah.
So Mike's working on 2 in a row. Mike won 2 weeks in a row now. So I get to see that was the other thing I wanted to address, because someone and I hope and you're part of this too. So I hope that this is I don't feel like it is, but I'm gonna address it anyway. We've been playing, that Mr. Cooke thing, and I saw another stupid comment that I deleted. Didn't throw this guy out, but deleted it because it's like, you don't make things up in your own head. I fucking hate that. Don't make things up in your head. Someone said, "Oh, this pilot Kristian puts out better be the best acting performance ever, because if he's making fun of these performances from his friends." Not once did I make fun of anything, any performance. Go back and show me the tape where I made fun of Mike's performance or Roka's performances as doing those commercials, or Winston's. Not once. I said Mr. Cooke. I thought it was hilarious that Mr. Cooke got slapped in the face, and I would and that line of you've disappointed me, or was it you disappointed me for the last time, Mr. Cooke?
Last time,
whatever he says. I'm like, someone slapped Mike in the face. So I think Mike is a brilliant actor, and I think Mike was awesome. It was why I used him so much in the Schmoedown. I don't really have to even say this. Roka knows how I feel about him as far as a performer and actor goes too. Did you ever feel like once when we were playing those clips that I ever was making fun of your performance ever?
No. What I said last week, because it came up last week on Monday, I think, on Monday's show, and PLD could back me up on this. What I said is that I have no problem with playing all the clips, but we may need to play some of your clips because the fans might get upset that you only play clips of us.
You should.
So that's the only.
There's an acting reel in me somewhere. Yeah,
that's what I said. There's got to be
100%. If you put Kristian Harloff acting reel, it's in there. PLD can put it. I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Never once did I ever do that. Like, because first of all, I like all the performances, and second of all, I would just never do that. So don't don't say stupid shit. I know that's the internet and that's how it works, but don't say stupid shit, because if it's valid, if I was like saying, "Oh my God, look at the way John was doing that scene. Oh my God, Kalinowski, when he was first starting to do jobs, was trying to find his way. What a douche."
Yeah.
Eat shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a big. Look, we're all boys. We all have fun, and we put stuff up, and it's our careers, and that's our lives. It's the people in the chat who make fun, which I think it gets frustrating, because it's like, you guys have no idea how tough it is to become an actor, to book anything, and so you do stuff to get paid to get to the next thing, and that's the life.
You should see when that rock clip. I'm like, when I talk about, and that clip alone, by the way, I messed it up the first time, but they never aired it. But the first, because if you look at the clip when he walks in, he goes, he said the APA office, and I said it's down the hall. In the first clip, when we did it once before it, and I go, he goes, "Do you know where the APA office is?" And I go, "They're down the hall." He goes, "They're down the hall, or it's down the hall," is what he said to me. and I changed it the second time because I didn't want that to happen again. But yeah. So but
gave you a line reading.
He did 100%. Yeah, but you don't understand like how that happened. Like I was a writer, like writing the scenes and doing stuff. And Shane McMahon goes, "Hey, do you want to be in the scene with The Rock?" And I go, "No." Right?
Yeah, right.
But I joked with him, and Shane took it seriously. And I go, it would make me SAG eligible, right? Is what I said to him. And he looks at me, he goes, "No." And I go, "I'm not serious." And he's like, "Oh." He's like, "All right, come on." And he just and it was like, I'm just like sitting there. And he's like, "This is what you're gonna do." And it's like, it was very similar to what I used to do in the Schmoedown. Remember, I used to grab people and go, "Hey, you do this, you do this, you do this." Great, good. You want to be in a scene? Great. Now get out of here. That's what happened. That's how it went down.
Yeah. Stuff, man. The Rock.
Anyway, so we got stuff to talk about, and we're gonna go into. We haven't really broke down too much, John, the box office. So what's been going on, you and I?
Yeah.
A lot of shit's been going on.
Yeah.
Speaking of Insidious, it didn't win the week. Those horror movies usually do.
Surprising. Yeah.
Spider-Man does it again. So check it out, everybody. Here it is. We got Sony and Marvel's Spider-Man Brand New Day retained the box office crown this weekend in its fourth round, taking in $39 million domestically and a further $70 million overseas for $109 million worldwide fourth weekend. That's nuts. I mean, $109 million worldwide in its fourth weekend. Jesus. It's nuts. That pushes it up to a gross of $854.9 million domestically, and it will almost certainly overtake Avengers Endgame 858 on Monday to become the second highest grossing movie ever at the domestic box office. Worldwide, the film currently stands at $2.2 billion, making it the sixth highest grossing movie of all time, behind only the two Avatar films, Endgame, Knees Out 2, and Titanic. Insidious, out of the further, made its debut with $25.3 million domestically and a further $35 million overseas, $60.3 million. What did that movie cost overall to make? I wonder.
Probably
it couldn't have cost that much, right? Yeah, probably 15 or 20 million. There are some, I mean, I would like to see the rest of it because there was some creepy shit going on in the beginning of it. The Odyssey keeps sailing on. The film snagging $19.5 million domestically. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
domestically for whatever week that is. 68 million overseas, 87.5 million worldwide, sixth weekend. It's Nolan's highest grossing movie ever domestically and 539 million and overseas at 1.4 billion. Yeah. End of Oak Street. Did you wind up seeing it?
Yes.
You didn't like it, huh? I liked it a lot.
Fine.
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. But it seems like I'm the only one because last week the End of Oak Street ain't faring great in its second outing, taking in just 9 million domestically, 57% drop, 11.2 overseas with a total now at 86. Also in the second weekend, Paw Patrol fell 55% to 9.1, 11.5 with a worldwide came of 103.4. Mutiny opened, which that's just a Statham opening. That usually happens that way. It's really it. Let me go back to I'm going to go to Box Office Mojo real quick and see. Brand New Day. So currently, as we said, 2.2. Look at that. Yeah, pretty crazy. I think 3 is off the table obviously right now, but still, still going to close out pretty strong. Insidious out of the further, the Odyssey standing at 1.4. It's going to hit that. It surpassed what I thought it was going to make. I thought it was going to do 1 point. I mean, it's almost at 1.5. That's an insane number.
I think it's the highest grossing R-rated movie ever.
Is it? What was Deadpool?
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
What was Deadpool Wolverine? Let me look. I'll look.
1.3.
Oh wow! So it is. Holy shit! It's the highest grossing rated R movie of all time.
Yep.
Wow.
All time.
Wow. Yep. Look at that. So, I mean, what stands out, brothers? Is the Spider-Man stuff?
Oh, the Spider-Man thing. Absolutely. Right? I mean, it's still banging on 4 weeks. I mean, like people were talking about Obsession, how it kept increasing like in that second and third weekend, which was pretty amazing for a small film. But for a big film like this, to keep going at the level that it's going and the numbers that it's making, it's damn amazing to look at this. And it just speaks volumes to how much people want to go back and see this movie over and over and over again because of the feeling it gives them, And so we'll see this now that it's crossed this number at this fourth weekend that it's been out. I wonder how much farther it's going to go now. Does it start petering out now and then maybe 2.5 is the stop? Or does this just consistently keep making a certain amount of money every week that it builds and builds and builds to the point where it does
keeps going like Titanic style? I don't know. I don't know if movies can still do that, but I mean, this movie has done so many things. I know. I'm not saying definitely no, because this movie's pulling off things that other movies have not done. It just seems like that. Over the weekend, as I'm flying back from LA to New York, I'm looking at these things that I haven't seen on the plane. And I'm like, what movie haven't I seen? And I started watching Ready or Not 2, which I had seen the first one. And another thing, it's Samara Weaving. I liked her, but I was like, I watched like 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, I get it. And I stopped. And I wound up watching Endgame again.
Why not?
For there was a major reason. And one, it's a 3-hour movie. And the flight was only like 4 hours and 30 minutes, or whatever it was. And I was already an hour into the flight. I didn't even finish the movie. I had to finish it last night. And I had every single person in my house going, "What are you watching? Why are you finishing Avengers?" I'm like, "You're on your iPad, you're on your phone, and you're chopping onions. Leave me alone."
Exactly.
And you have to guess which one was doing what. So I watched the end of it, but I just watching that movie again, getting me hyped up. And the reason I bring that up is I do think that movie, because even though I just watched it again on the plane, I was like, I'm excited to watch this again in the theater with new shit going on, because watching the end of that movie, people can complain about it sets itself up for a sequel and some new shit to go on. When Hulk tells him to be careful, he goes, if you don't put them back exactly where they were, you can open up a whole bunch of different realities and a whole bunch of shit. And to TVA set that stuff up, that you start messing with things, you're gonna mess. And so he went back for his selfish reasons to. We rooted for him. We wanted him to get with Haley Atwell. We get it, but he messed some shit up.
That's the high wire act they got to pull off, because that movie left us with such a positive feeling, such a feeling of satisfaction that Captain America: First Avenger came all the way full circle at the end. Endgame, he gets that dance with Peggy, and it left us feeling so happy. He hands the shield off to Sam, like he does all the right things at the end. But yes, in the back of your mind, you're like, wait, but he didn't come back to the same position he was at, like he was supposed to. But screw it, it's movie logic. I'll accept it. I love it. It's a great ending, whatever. But now you've got so they've got to be able to preserve that ending, but still launch this Doomsday situation with Doom's family dying and not besmirch that ending. So it is a hell of a high wire act if they can pull it off, because a lot of people are mad that Wolverine came back and Deadpool did that thing, which was connected to Logan with the dead body, pulling the bodies out and using skeleton. Like, people were mad about that. I didn't care because fuck it, it's a Deadpool Wolverine. But I know some people were really upset about that. So you've got to walk that line with Endgame and not ruin it, but still be able to launch Doomsday correctly. So we'll see.
It's why it continues. It's why it's a very smart reason to bring the Russos back, first of all.
Yes.
Because it was really their thing with Infinity War into Endgame into now this. Because I don't give a shit what you say. This is a direct sequel to Endgame. And people I saw somebody go, it's not a direct sequel because now you have the Fantastic Four. You had the Punisher and Hulk in Brand New Day. It was a direct sequel to No Way Home. It's a direct sequel. And they're going to show as much. And the reason, again, connecting it to the box office is that you have Endgame, which is going to make a lot of money in its re-release. And that will start to push Spider-Man out of the box office. It's gonna, I mean, look, if it made $100 million overall this weekend, collectively, I think next week will probably be like 40, maybe 50, but that's another 40 or $50 million that's going to be continuously in there, and then it'll start to taper off a little bit more. So I think you're right in the 2.4, 2.5 area is when area where we're going to run out of steam there.
Yeah, I imagine so. But I mean, either way, that's a hell of an accomplishment for this kind of a movie.
2.5. Yeah, dude, I mean, we thought 1.7. We said this movie's gonna be massive. It's gonna be 1.7 easy.
Yeah,
and it was easy.
Not even bringing back the two other Spider-Man, Kristian, was enough to get that film to 2.5. This is the one that gets 2.5, which is amazing.
It's amazing. Well, and to be fair to that movie, it's because that movie did what it did that also catapulted this one.
It.
Yeah, but I mean, like Odyssey is an alternative to comic book movies. You know, that's the that's alternative for people. I used it that theater that I went to, you know, with when I saw you on the show, like, what is this? The balloons, you know, you see those balloons.
Oh yeah.
Thing. Did you know what did Peely explain what that story was, or not really?
You told me that. I remember you telling me
they wrapped it and they wrapped the tape around it. So
theater.
It was incredibly ridiculous. But when I was walking into that theater, I saw these two old ladies. They must have been in their 70s, 80s. And she's like, we're going to see the Odyssey. And like everybody was going to see the Odyssey. And I think that movie taps out. That movie could tap out at 1.6.
Possibly. Yeah. I just checked the IMAX screenings today at the theater by my house, and every screening is still almost full in IMAX crazy. For the Odyssey. That's insane.
Well, I told you, my buddy who wanted to see it in IMAX, he said that he couldn't see it in IMAX until October in New York. And he bought tickets for October.
Wow.
Right. Wow. So I mean, that was the beauty of shooting the whole thing in IMAX.
Yeah.
Was because it's just a spectacle.
Well, that's why I think December is going to be a repeat of what we just saw. I think Dune 3 is going to be the Odyssey, and I think Doomsday is going to be the Spider-Man of this situation.
Listen, man,
Dune 3 is going to do Odyssey numbers. I'm telling you.
I still don't see that $1 billion happening for Dune.
Okay.
I see it doing very well.
Yeah.
Is same for a lot of different reasons. One, the Odyssey is, everybody read the Odyssey in high school, right? It's Nolan. It's Nolan. Like it has I don't know, it's not as dark, and it's not sci-fi. And I think, like, you know, and it didn't have competition in the week that it came out.
Right.
The first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is where this movie's going up against one of the biggest movies potentially of the year. Now, I don't necessarily know still if Doomsday is going to beat Spider-Man. I don't know. I mean, I still think it could. If it's good. I still think it's good.
Yeah,
I'm sticking by my prediction. If it's really great, people are gonna. I mean, I watched that second trailer again. We haven't talked about that to the D23 trailer. Right. It was awesome.
It was great, wasn't it? So much better than the first one, dude. So much
better. I mean, well, it gave you a little bit more about what it's about, and I think, and him doing that Werner Herzog voice is great. Great.
You're living stolen lies. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, he's
total. It was great. Yeah. So I'm on board for that movie. I can't wait to see that. And I'm gonna be living life that weekend because I'm Doomsday. I'm pumped for, and Dune 3. I'm just gonna just going in to review. I'm sure, but as a fan, I'm just gonna. This is amazing. I just hope that the screens better not land on the same day. That's gonna be brutal.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because right now they came out with the numbers this past week that Dune 3 is looking at a $200 million global opening from what they see right now. $200 million, a global opening. And of course, Doomsday is going to be way bigger than that. So it's going to be fascinating to see if both of these movies open at over 200 million plus globally. That I don't know if that's ever happened on the same day. And so that's you think 200 million
statement. So do you think 200 million, if it opens 200 million against Doomsday, you still think it could hit $1 billion?
Yeah, I think 200 million is being, how can I say this? Is being
well, they've been undershooting all these predictions.
That's what I mean. Undershoot. Yeah, I think they're under the number. I think it'll be 250.
Spider-Man was projected at 550.
Yeah.
Worldwide. It was projected at 515. It annihilated it.
Yeah, it almost $1 billion, I think.
Yeah. Do you remember what we were doing when I said, I think it's gonna make 525 to 540, and the guy in the comment section was like, "There's no way. Odyssey's still out in the theater. There's no way it hits 550."
I know.
He's like, "You're crazy."
Those same people are in the comment section right now going, "No way, Dune 3 hits $1 billion. No way." And then when it happens,
it's not a crazy prediction. I just think it's I just think it's a tough one. I think my $3 billion is a crazy prediction. I think that is crazy. For Doom. Yes. I think it's crazy. You're the only person that has humored me on that. But nonetheless, I think that we're in for some good shit. So okay, listen. So we got more to talk about for sure, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Anything that's going on with the box office in general, make sure you check it out. Put your comments in there. Hymns. I've been talking about Hymns forever. And so many great options with Hymns, but I'm going to tell you what they got going on right now, and then we will be right back. All right, I know everybody has weight loss goals, especially with summertime. And when it is summertime, you really actually want to hit it. And that's what everybody's been doing. Everybody's trying. Weight Loss by Hims is designed to support you every step of the way. And now Hims offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. So you can lose the weight and you can keep it all off. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep the weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for the weight loss, so there is no needles needed. And that's the thing for me, where I was like, no needles. No needles. If you're ready to reach your goals, visit hims.com/Christian. You get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Christian, hims.com/Christian. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. Check out Hims. There's a reason you keep hearing about Hims. They keep popping up. Why? Because people trust them. People trust the brand. So check them out. hims.com. Use that code Christian. It'll work for you. Thanks a lot, Hims. Really happy to have them on board. Make sure that you go in the description. Get it today, man. Not only help us out, helps you guys out.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You've been paying attention to the Schmoedown Vault channel, John?
Not yet. No, obviously I check in every once in a while. Is there something new?
Yeah. Well, our match aired last week.
Hey!
I forget how good of a match that was.
That was a great match.
It really was a good match.
It's in my top 5 favorite matches ever. Maybe top 3, dude. Because
Daniel Hilgard is a 5-pointer. Come on.
There was a lot.
Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire is a 5
I know you were upset about that as a 5 pointer. I know.
You know what? It's funny though too.
But I got that Halloween one, which
I know. In hindsight, it's a fair 5 pointer. It's like, because as the years go on, it's definitely a fair 5 pointer. But it's only not a fair 5 pointer for us, because that's our that's our generation. That was so totally fair. Great match. Freddie was so good on the desk with John.
Oh God,
it was a great.
Yeah, Freddie was
good.
Great.
So the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament is actually in full effect on that channel right now, and what a rematch here! Look at this. Wolf and Cooke 2.
Look at that.
So that's going to be on the channel here today, and I give props to both PLD and where hold on. Oh,
where's she at?
Wait,
Clark. Oh, go ahead.
She's working, but I'm going to do this because I told PLD to help me out when we do these to change this. So I'm going to do this for now, because that's the only lower third I can find up on top. So you're Roxy for now until PLD fixes it.
Who's that? Who's Roxy?
Anyway, but PLD and Luke did a great job with helping out because I just couldn't do all the stuff to upload it. So Luke, as I give you guys credit for holding down the fort and hosting, Luke and PLD really held down the fort when I was gone. With they got reactions up. They did the stuff for the members, so they really, thank God for them, because I wouldn't have been able to do this. And same with both Sam and MK for putting the time codes for last week's show and everything too. Was pretty awesome. So
nice.
What's funny is I forget. I have to be specific with not only with you, with a lot of people, but especially with you. When I was like, okay, I'm on the plane, and I go, John, do me a favor. Tease the text that I gave you last night about the Schmoedown. You didn't just tease it. You told them the whole plan. You told them the whole plan. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So it was like,
I'm not really a teaser. I wasn't really do a foreplay.
A tease would be this. Hey, I talked to Kristian last night. He might have mentioned some stuff with Schmoedown. Nope. Just gave him the whole breakdown. I'm seeing all these texts and tweets about Ed Harrell's going, wait, what? Dude, you're going to do this? I'm like, what did he say? And I listened to it. Oh, he told him everything. Okay,
got to get people excited. I should
have been a little bit more specific. So what John did mention, and I can reiterate, is that what I think, and I'm going to change it up a little bit from the initial text. I think what would be fair is this. For as far as Schmoedown, if you have Schmoedown fans, I think that if I hit my goal, my overall goal of what I want to hit for the Kickstarter, and I actually spoke to the director, and they might be helping out with this too if we manage this. Now, the goal on day one, we would bring back a 16-person tournament. One time 16-person tournament. If it happens in day two, we won't do the 16, but we'll do the 8-person. If it doesn't happen in day two, we won't do those tournaments, but we'll do one live event with 2 matches. And then instead of what I thought about, it's like, well, if in day 4, if we don't hit it, we don't do the live event, we don't do that, then I would do at least one, the digital event with 2 matches. And what I didn't want to do is what I thought about. So what happens if you contribute to that, and you're hoping one of those 4 options happen, then you don't hit it in day 4. Then what happens? You just don't do it. And I think that no matter what, after day 4, if we hit the goal at all, I'll do some kind of version of a Schmoedown. If we hit the goal, no matter what. In the 30 days, I think that's fair to the people who are trying to get it back. I don't know what version of it will be, but those, like I said, those options will be there. I think the best option is that if you're a Schmoedown fan, is to try to get that 16-person tournament, because you get the most options out of it.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So
then it's a new headache, isn't it? Because are you going to be able to get 16 people to play?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding, John? We had over 100 competitors.
Okay,
we had over
to the top, like the top 16.
Here's what I think I'd definitely be able to get.
Drag Dan out of retirement. I don't know if Dan will do it.
Depending on the kind of production that we put together of it too, right? I'll just tell you this, and I'm not saying this is going to happen.
Right.
Because I talked about this during the shoot at the because I said this is one of the things that I'm going to offer to the audience, and the director said, "What if we did it in Vegas?" And I said, "Oh my God! That would have to be now. That would, again, there goes a lot goes into that, and I'm not promising that. I'm just saying, if I was going to say there's 16 people in there, I'll tell you who I'd definitely be able to get. You,
yes, of course.
I think Marisol McKee and Adam Collins.
Okay.
For sure. Sam
Levine? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, come on. Sam would do. Sam's probably been itching. Sam's been itching. He'd give me some bullshit at first. I'm like,
of course.
I don't know. And I'm like, everyone else is doing it. All right, I'm in. Right. I would make a play for Rachel and Clark. I don't know if I could get them, but I would make a play for them. But I think Clark's so far removed. I could probably get Clark on the desk or something. I could probably get Clark there. Jen would come back for the post interviews for sure. I think Janine. I think Janine would come back.
The machine.
Yeah. You know who I would probably throw into the mix? I would throw some new blood in there. You know who I'd put in, because you'd want to see somebody who's going to be the Cinderella story, right, of the tournament. I would put Chris Carr in the tournament.
Oh yeah, Chris could be fun for sure.
Chris Carr would have been an amazing Schmoedown competitor.
Yeah.
An amazing.
I agree.
But anyway, so there's a lot that we could potentially
probably get
do.
Smets, Kalinowski, I'm sure. Although Kalinowski was doing the whole thing last week of like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna put Kalinowski, if Kalinowski wanted to do it, he's in. It's just, my thing. I think that what I would do if it's day 1 or day 2, then it's just gonna be a singles tournament.
Right.
If it's day 3, and if it's a pay-per-view, kind of like, I call it pay-per-view, but the live event rather. If it's a live event, then I would probably do one big match and then one Inner Geekdom match.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe even an Inner Geekdom like Fatal 5-Way or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's kind of the idea. So, and I'm waiting. I'm so like, just my entire checking text. I feel like, when you go out with somebody and you're like, oh my God, when are they going to text? Are they going to text? Am I going to text? That's how I feel right now with Craig, my Kickstarter guy. I'm waiting for him to text me to say we're approved. I've been waiting for it for like a week. I'm as soon as we're approved, then I know when my launch date is. I know that it was going to be the beginning of September. And it's like, okay, you got to wait 3 weeks. So it's like, hopefully we can get it approved within the next 2 days. So I can just, no more secrecy. Let's just go. It's time to go.
Bang.
Anyway, all right, we got more stuff to discuss. We got more things. And I guess, what we'll do, John, because I didn't watch it last night, because Sam and I are going to be doing Lanterns reactions.
Oh, nice.
So I did watch the first one.
Yes.
But that was before I realized that her and I were going to be doing this together. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch it last night. Did you wind up watching it?
Yeah. Watched it twice last night.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's excellent. I did a live reaction to it afterwards.
You did.
I'm doing that every Sunday night to talk about it. I thought it was a really good episode. Really well written. I like what they explored here. They rolled out some of the lore of the Green Lanterns.
Okay, cool.
And the Manhunters and how that all plays in. And man, they're really bringing in some of the deeper lore.
Yeah.
But they're making it very grounded in the way they're presenting it and very matter of fact, which I think is a really interesting path to walk. And then there's some questions about who this character is. There's a mention of Carrie Kane's what city she's actually from, the sheriff. So that kind of opened the door to a lot of things as well. And then we got more of Jon Stewart and his abilities, how they're different from Hal's, and then Hal's exploration of things. I thought was really well done.
I really liked their dynamic in the first one. I thought Kyle Chandler was an excellent choice on this.
Yeah.
Both of them, but Kyle Chandler to play Hal Jordan, I thought was just because you knew Aaron Pierre was going to land something big.
Totally.
Kyle Chandler was just like, he's perfect for that kind of weathered Hal Jordan. I like what they did in that first one. I think they stuck true not only to the True Detective aspect of it, and then they went into like some cool lore as you're talking about too. So I held back last night because I'm like, I'm not going to watch it because I want to see. I'll watch these. The first one, it'll be a rewatch for me. Sam, we watched it for the first time, and the second one will be us watching together. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to release episodes 1 and 2 together. Because we're still in the middle of watching Mando and everything else, and then once we do launch the damn Kickstarter, I mean the movies that we're going to be doing during that time period is going to be really we're going to do the Zack Snyder Justice League cut.
Nice.
We're going to probably do that into 2
4
parts because
hours.
it's a 4. Yeah, so we're going to do 2 parts, I think. We're going to do we're going to start getting into the X-Men movies. She's never seen X-Men, so we're going to start diving into those. So the next couple of months are going to be packed for us in general. So
cool.
Let's I think that Lanterns, I mean, there's really not much to say except that what is it, 8 episodes total?
8 episods, and there was a massive cliffhanger at the end of this one, just like
this one too.
At the end of the last one.
Okay.
So I think that's their pattern. That they're just going to drop these little like cliffhangers at the end of every episode to get people excited. So it's smart. All right. Really
so
smart.
Go ahead.
I just want to hop on real quick and say, as someone who wanted a more cosmic Green Lantern show, I was very happy with this episode.
Oh, good. I mean, that plays into what Roka was saying with the lore and everything too. So I'm excited to check that out. We'll see.
And I've heard next week all the rails are off, all the guardrails are off, and they go barreling down the highway. So it's going to be real interesting to see what next week brings us. So
I hear good things. All right, so we'll be checking that out. Moving on. I want to get to this aspect. We've been covering this. I told you this story is not going away anytime soon. That, of course, is now we're getting to the the settlement early talks canceled. So let's see what's going on here now. California's Attorney General Rob Bonta has reportedly canceled preliminary discussions planned for today over a potential settlement with David Ellison's Paramount. Bonta is leading the 12-state coalition lawsuit seeking to block Paramount's proposed $111 billion acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery. According to the New York Times, Bonta called off the meeting late Sunday and accused Paramount of misrepresenting details of an earlier meeting held on Friday. In a statement to the paper, he said, not only did Paramount leak the alleged substance of settlement discussions, but they misrepresented these discussions, demonstrating a lack of good faith. As soon as Paramount stops playing games and engages sincerely, my office is happy to meet again. Should make a movie about that, what's going on here.
Yes, they should.
They really should. The coalition is crazy. The coalition argues that the merger would give the company too much power across cable television and movie production. This meeting was perceived as a potential movement towards a resolution. The antitrust trial remains scheduled for March, but Paramount will begin accruing a ticking fee owed to shareholders that will cost around $7 million per day starting on October 1st if the deal has not closed. Well, do me a favor. Give me like a little bit of that to make my show. You don't need it. Just a little bit of it. Anyway, so I mean, look, I still think they're gonna figure. These are people going back and forth. They're going to find a way to make this deal happen. I feel like you feel the same way. Or you don't feel you think it's not going to happen? No,
I think it's dead. I think it's already dead. I think. These, I've been battling with Jeff over this for weeks on Hot Mic. He scoffed at the state AGs being able to do anything, but look what's happening. And so you see that they have the power to do this stuff. I think Paramount's messing around with shit. They're not playing it straight. And this is eventually going to blow up in their face because there are concessions that need to be made here, and all this political pressure can take a back seat. Newsom and Becerra, all these people, even Karen Bass, who had been against the merger, and maybe some of her donors were like, you need to be on board, and all of a sudden she changed her mind, as she does. And so you see this happening, and I think in the end, it's unless they're willing to make legitimate concessions with all of this, I don't think this merger is going to happen. And so,
I think they're going to make some concessions, though. I think they're going to make some concessions.
You think Paramount's going to concede to the point that I don't think they're going to give up CNN, which is going to be probably one of the big ones. And then the whole splitting of the two studios.
I think the splitting of the studios might be. Well, we'll do this, but we won't do that. We'll do this. All right, will you do this? I think that the CNN thing is non-negotiable. I think it's going to be like, not on the other side. It's like you got to give this up or you don't get it.
Right. That's one of the.
I think they're gonna give it up, and I think that there's going to be a lot of stomping and pouting on the other side about having to give it up. But I think they're going to give it up. I think that's the only way they're going to get it. I think that's really what this is all about.
Well, yeah, of course, it's a big part of it. But I also think the competition stuff. I do think Mike Schur, who's a great writer, Mike Schur wrote a fantastic piece today in THR talking about how debilitating this merger will be to writers, to creatives. The DGA, I mean, they're always going to do whatever they want to do. Screw them. But like all these other unions, legitimately are going to suffer in their bottom lines if this merger goes through. Just like the Disney Fox thing caused a lot of people to lose their jobs, lose their homes.
Sure. I was just going to bring them
out of LA.
So it's going to be similar to that. But I think that the difference is like that aspect of what you just said. Legitimate, 100%. that would be the part of it that everybody would be talking about if it wasn't for the political aspects of this with, you know, the CNN and the ties to the White House and all that. Like that's where that starts to push in the forefront of everybody. Go, wait a minute, because everyone's like, well, nobody cared about the Disney side of it. Well, the second part of it, people did care very much about the Disney side of it. It just happened to be that's why it was able to go through. It's like, it sucks, but all right, let's see what happens. And that's ultimately what will happen again if they give up CNN. If they give up CNN, we're like, oh, they're gonna lose jobs. Like, yeah, they're gonna lose it. Should we fight for it? Yeah, but do this. All right, good luck, guys. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When it's a political thing and they're fighting for the political goal, then they're trying to protect the political goal. We want to fight and help the people until we get our political goal taken care of first.
But they might be hamstrung, and this is what's the concern is like, well, do they get approved for the merger if they don't get CNN? Like, does the DOJ because I mean, that was a big reason why they pushed that thing through, was because they knew Ellison and Paramount were going to take charge of CNN. But if they're not going to take charge of CNN and give it up, will DOJ and the White House now all of a sudden go, well, wait a minute, let's take a look at this merger again? So there's a lot of moving pieces to this that are slowing this down like mud. And at some point, when does it become financially ridiculous to keep going forward with this? Because it could be what, 1.7 billion by the time they get to actual trial, and then June is right around the corner from that, and you might as well just pay the $7 billion, be done with it, and walk away, because you're taking on billions of dollars of debt and a lot of anger from the creative community to get this approved. So we'll see, man. It's crazy.
We'll see what happens. I'm curious what everybody else thinks. Think it's going to get approved? Is it going to happen? Are they going to give up? Seeing it? What happened? Just went dark.
It's Paramount. That's Ellison coming from my life.
He came in. Said, shut your ass. Enough is enough. You and Ruffalo, be quiet. So
don't put me in that camp. I didn't say anything he said.
So when it comes down to what do you guys think? Put your thoughts in there in general. Let us know.
Oh shit. Hey man, do you mind me if I break something here?
No,
this is
please,
coming over Variety. I don't know if PLD wants to put the link in the chat.
Send me the link so I can bring it up.
Okay. Kit Harrington is replacing Nicolas Hoult as Gilderoy Lockhart for season 2 of Harry Potter. So that's odd.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Nicolas Hoult who was playing. It was announced last week.
But wait. So in season 2, so Nicolas Hoult played him in one?
No, I see what you're
saying. They signed him up for 2. I see what you're saying. They signed him up for 2, but then he backed out, and now they got Kit Harrington.
Now they got Kit Harrington. Yes,
got it. I thought you. Wow. I was like, they didn't do an Omar Epps Wesley Snipes thing, did they?
No.
Hated that. I love both those guys, but like, he's only one Willie Mays Hayes.
That's what I agree with you 100%.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They should just made him a new player. I know why they did that.
That's an old argument.
It's a super old argument. Nobody's ever seen that movie anymore.
So I wonder why Nicolas Hoult pulled out. Is there reshoots? Is there Superman stuff? Like, why did he pull out?
I mean, it's Warner Brothers, right? So let me say, let's check this out. Let's see. Here's the article. Kit Harrington joins. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be. I mean, I know that Sam's going to be happy when this happens.
Yeah.
Sam's never seen Harry Potter, so we're going to start watching it. Then we're going to watch the series. So she's going to be pumped about this. Interesting that he's playing this type of character. Because if you know the movies and you know the books well, like that's not the kind of character I could see him doing more of what was Gary Oldman's character? Oh my god,
Sirius Black.
Yeah. Right? Couldn't you see? I could see him being Sirius Black.
Yeah,
but like this is interesting that he's doing this. This is different, very different. Kit Harrington will play Gilderoy Lockhart in season 2. Replace Nicolas Hoult, who exited the production due to scheduling conflicts. So that's what they always say. So who knows how true that is?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Harrington recently
exhaustion.
All the time. It's just I don't want to do it due to I don't want to do it conflicts. Harrington recently voiced Lockhart in Audible's Harry Potter audiobooks, which released late last year. The character is central to the plot of the second book, being as a famous and arrogant wizard known for his many heroic acts. He then becomes the new defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts, but quickly becomes he's not qualified for the job. That's it.
Wow, that's it. So far, it's a developing story. So
I guess that's it. Okay,
interesting.
Well,
I wonder what happened.
My question is, my question is, where the hell is the Jon Snow spinoff series? That's what I want. I'd rather have that than him playing Gilderoy.
I don't know if they're ever going to do that, man.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you, like you, that is a way. Whether it's, and I know that now more of the rumors is that it's going to be Arya Stark and everything too, and you could still put Jon in there too. I think that they should really just get George on board to do an outline of everything, in the way what the hell is going on since,
and
redeem the last season in the way that, like, look what Dexter did, right? Dexter had a shit final season at the time, and then it came back for like 2 more series that kind of, even though not as many people watched it as previously, but those who did were like, okay, they kind of redeemed the story a bit. And maybe they could do the same with Game of Thrones, but that's not what we're talking about. Jon Snow's going to be in Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, he's good. I can see him doing it. I can see him doing it.
Yeah, he voiced the character for the recent series. So yeah, it's not like he doesn't have experience with doing it. So
yeah, of course. You want Do you want George to write an outline when he can't finish the book? Yeah, an outline, an outline, not another book. Yes, that's exactly why I said what I said. You want him to write an outline? Yes, write an outline as opposed to writing a book. Hey, let me ask you, Calvin, what would you rather write? If I was going to say, hey, I'm going to pay you a lot of money, write a book or write an outline? You got to write a fucking outline. What are you talking about, Kevin? Come on. Come on. What are you talking about? You say, listen, here's what you need to do. You know, to do the full book, a novel, they're going to put a big truck and money will fall out of it. And then it's keep falling and raining all over the place. You have as many steaks as you want to eat now. You say, write an outline. Do what? You have John, you got to write a dragon again. He says, I cannot do it. I'm in the woods now. I'm flying around in the snow by myself. I cannot go on the dragon. Get on the dragon. And he's just doing it. And then here's Arya. I killed the Night King. So yes, you did. And the next thing you know, there's more people there. Bran, you can see things out in the wilderness. Yes, but you're dead now. There's a new king. Why? Because they do not want you as the king. And then we keep moving and doing other things, and Arya's still around, and people are just there's a lot happening.
That's your best. I'm telling you, that's your best impression. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I like. George R. Martin. There's not a lot of sex in the last House of the Dragons. There used to be a lot more, but they told me to tone it down.
If BLD was smart, he would just whiten his beard and be like a George R. Martin impressionist.
He should show up. He absolutely should show up.
Still working on it.
I'm still working on it. Oh, you remember when I wrote that sex scene for you? That's what he did. That's literally what George R. Martin did at that Comic-Con thing. Oh, remember when I wrote that sex scene? Wow.
Leah Thompson in her panties.
Wow, you remember that scene in Howard the Duck when he was sitting there in the chair and Leah Thompson, like she was like rolled over and bent down, she started crawling.
They were pink.
Wow. Oh my God. Anyway. So good.
Suck it, BLD. Yeah.
Let's get to this story because Godzilla and Kong.
Hey,
we got more stuff coming out with Godzilla and Kong. The new
speaking of Dan Murrell and John Roque. Yeah.
Right. There you go. I like what you did there. That's fair. Okay. Check this out. Hey, that's me and you.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, hold on a second. There you go. What is happening? Perfect. All right, Godzilla and Kong.
Oh.
Supernova test screening details suggest that the MonsterVerse is finally getting serious.
Ooh.
Does that mean they're treating it like a real movie?
I don't know.
Is that what it means? Because I don't necessarily know if this franchise needs it. As much as I'm usually the advocate for that, I'll tell you why. Maybe let's see. More details from Godzilla and Kong Supernova test screens that took place earlier this year have been revealed, and it sounds like the MonsterVerse will undergo another tonal shift. The MonsterVerse franchise has grossed over $2.5 billion worldwide since launching with Gareth Edwards' Godzilla in 2014. I totally forgot that was even connected with all this stuff. Yeah, that's hilarious. After that, Jordan Roberts took charge of Kong Skull Island in 2017. Michael Dougherty expanded the MonsterVerse in 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters. In 2021, we finally got a full-blown crossover in Adam Wingard's Godzilla vs. Kong. The filmmaker returned for Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire, but has now moved on from telling stories in this world. Oh, I thought he was doing this one. Next up is Grant Spator. Who's that, John? Who's Grant Spator?
Grant Spator?
Yeah, do you know who that is?
Caught me unawares. Let me take a look.
That's friend. Well, Godzilla and Kong Supernova. It's a movie deep into post-production, but still very much being kept under wraps by Warner Brothers and Legendary. Test screenings have been taking place since the start of this year, and as we first reported, we now have some additional insights from the YouTuber D-Man 1954. Sharing intel from a February screening, so bear in mind that a lot have changed since then. He said it went incredibly well and the movie was received very positively. I actually know 3 individuals who attended the screening. All of them really liked it. By pretty much every account I've heard, the general atmosphere is that the movie was an improvement over New Empire and maybe even an improvement over Godzilla versus Kong. All 3 of them have compared it to something of a blend between Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla versus Kong in terms of tone and style, not in terms of plot or subject matter. People really enjoyed Supernova, which makes me feel very confident and excited to see what they do with it. My big fear is that they're going to go too far and jump the shark. There are elements that I'm definitely worried about heading into this new movie, and it's a little more serious than New Empire. The stakes are a little higher and more serious, and the world's a little more expansive and developed. All right, that's enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, I don't think this means we're going to get a Godzilla -1 type of tone out of this, which is what I was wondering if that's what they meant by maybe they said, hey, well, look what Godzilla -1 did. This franchise, if they do it the same way, what was so impressive about the last one is I think they made that movie for $125 million, right? Because no one's going there for the humans that are in that movie. No one cares. They wanted to see a UFC fight between Kong and Godzilla, and then they got it both times, and they got them fighting other things and everything too. And that's what you go to these movies for. And they've found their audience that likes to go and watch them. So if you make this movie for anywhere more than 150, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
The 125 is a good zone to try to hit. And if you add a little bit more character and it's a little more serious, that could help your product for sure. I don't think you want to go too much into too serious because they know what this thing is.
That's not what this is about. And if you're trying to mirror the energy of the Godzilla -1, you're making a mistake.
Yeah, agree.
This is about having fun, turning your brain off, and eating some popcorn and seeing a couple of kaijus go at it, or a bunch of kaijus go at it. That's really what it's all about. So it's fine. And look, Grant Spator apparently is an independent filmmaker. Had a couple of films here. He also produced the recent Daisy Ridley one where We Bury the Dead, where she's fighting zombies or whatever. So so he's got some expertise, but in really, really small films. So maybe that's why they bring him onto this. They make it for as cheap as possible, but still keep the aesthetic of what they're going for, and maybe add a little more nuance or some more of the harder edge to it, but not go too far. Because if they go too far into serious, man, they're gonna lose the appeal.
Yeah, they're gonna lose it because they already set too much of a tone from it. Because that's why, look at the tone shift just from where Gareth Edwards started with the Godzilla leading into what it is now. PLD says that it's 135. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, 135. That's only the 10 more than the last one, which made money, and worldwide it'll do pretty well because it's similar to why Jurassic Park makes money, right? Because Jurassic Park. Now I think Jurassic Park you could use a tonal shift as far as seriousness and character stuff, but it also doesn't really need it from the same explanation, because worldwide there are some things that just don't transfer over in subtitles. There are certain things that don't, and I know sometimes that they do it where they dub over the voices and everything too. There's just certain things tonally that just don't transfer. Dinosaurs don't need them. If it's dinosaurs running around, oh shit, plays in any language, right? In the same way, Godzilla and Kong fighting each other and smashing into buildings and fighting other monsters together and doing all that. Okay, read a couple of the subtitles, dub over a couple of voices. Oh, we need person A needs to get to point B, and this is great. Now let's see some fights. And that's all that's why they do well.
Yeah.
And not every big franchise can necessarily do that.
Right.
And they're big IP characters. They've been around for over 100 years now.
Yeah. You want to enjoy this shit, man.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think about it? I look, I don't love these movies, but I like watching these movies. Very similar to Jurassic Park. I haven't liked the Jurassic Park movie since Jurassic Park 1, but I always find myself, okay, let's go watch a Jurassic Park movie in the theater with a bucket of popcorn. It's the same thing. And I understand why they make the money. And we didn't really talk about this. I think we were off air. or we did.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if we were off air or on air.
Okay.
End of Oak Street. You didn't really like it, huh?
Yeah, not the biggest fan of it. I thought it was fine.
I love
but not the biggest fan. Okay, yeah.
I think the reason why, John, is because of what I just said about Jurassic Park. It to me that's the type of movie I wanted. Like, it's almost like A24 say, we're going to try to do it. I know it's not A24, but it's like A24 is going to do a dinosaur movie. Okay, what are you going to do? And then they put I think now that because at the time when I talked about it, I couldn't talk about it was embargo when I was talking.
Right.
There's a lot of holes in the story.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of plot. There's a lot of plot things, especially with certain. There's something that happens at the end. I said, well, wait a minute, hold on. And can I give a spoiler for End of Oak Street?
I feel like you can, but I don't know.
You know what? Let's throw the thing up because I want to talk about this. And if people haven't seen End of Oak Street, then they can come back. We're gonna do a spoiler for End of Oak Street.
Okay.
So everybody, if you want to, you'll see the spoilers go down if you want to see End of Oak Street. The end of the movie, right? So she's able to save her husband,
right,
through the phone call, right? She saves him because the other version of him is toast. She fucks that whole family. She fucks herself over.
Yeah,
she fucks herself over because now she's got to go back in time with her kids and no husband.
Right.
She fucked over her whole family by doing that. And I was like, wait a minute.
I think they did that to open the door to a sequel. I see, like, well, what happens next?
Maybe so, because you can then her and the kids have to go through it again, but without him this time. Right. And that's how you can explain it, 100%. But I'm not going to mention who, but there's a few acting performances I went, but then there were others that were great. But I enjoyed it. All right, you can take the spoilers now. I just wanted to get to that point.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It flopped sadly, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that sucks. I enjoyed it. I
think J.J. Abrams is done, man. I really do. I
think people are tired of his in the same way like the Filoni stuff. It's tired of like everything's a secret. Everything is it related?
Yeah,
is it not? Is it? It's like okay. Okay.
Yeah, J.J. EP'd this one. He didn't direct it, but he's got a film coming out, and so I think its sensibilities are in this film, and the sensibilities will be in the next. And if those don't do well, I think we might be done with JJ, and he's going to go back to TV.
I think there's one of the reasons why his deals didn't. I mean, remember all the things he was supposed to happen, and all those he had those big deals that were taking place. I don't know. I was going to tell a story, but I'm not going to tell a story. Forget it.
All right.
Okay. Let's get into some questions because we got to see if Roku can win the week. I think Roku's got a good shot to do it. My first show back. I think he can do it. Smetsy ain't coming back yet.
Okay.
He'll be back. Smets will be back in September. He's coming around soon. But my goal is that if we get this freaking thing approved within the next 2 days, that Craig, our Kickstarter campaign manager, will be back on Wednesday, so we can then talk about everything that is actually going on with the show. Tomorrow will be myself and Mike. Thursday is myself and Chris, and then Friday will be me and Winston. So let's see if we can get Roka the win. But before we do it, John, what's going on in the
Yeah, man, the John Roka channel, head on over there, youtube.com/John Roka says. Go and subscribe to the channel there. Trying to get to that 50,000 subscriber mark. Going live a lot now recently. We'll Spill the Tequila, Hot Mic, then myself doing the reactions to the Lanterns episodes. And of course, we've got the Geek Buddies. We've been doing a lot of stuff on the Geek Buddies, reviewing stuff, talking about stuff, and then out of theater reactions, all that stuff happening. My review for Tony is up on the channel now. The really good.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
So good. Yeah. Highly recommend everybody go see it. I know it only made like 5 million over the weekend, but it's a damn good movie. So I hope you guys get a chance to go and see that and watch my review afterwards. I really enjoyed it. So there you go. Head on over there.
You know what we didn't cover today? I'm sure you're going to be excited about this. You hear Josh Brolin said that Sicario 3 is happening.
Yeah.
Really? What if what's his face does it again?
If Denis comes back, great. 1,000,000% on board.
Is he coming back? PLD,
no,
you don't know. PLD is just saying if he comes back.
If he comes back.
Oh, okay. Got it. If he comes, if Denis comes back.
If you bring Denis back and you bring what's her face back, Emily Blunt, then I'm in. I'm 1,000% in.
Okay.
With, of course,
Right.
Benicio. Yeah.
Let's see. MC Henry Lee. I like that. Binged The Gentleman season 1 over the weekend. Would be up your alley, Christian. Theo James should be the next James Bond. Sport from Dublin. Thank you. Well, first of all, I had never seen the movie before, and I saw it on the plane about I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I can't remember when, but within the last 2 years, I saw, and I loved the movie.
Yeah,
loved
it was
it.
good.
I've heard nothing but great things about the show. Have you watched the show?
Not Gentlemen. No, we're working through Sexy Beast right now.
Oh, okay.
Paramount Plus. We'll get to the Gentlemen after that. But
Yeah,
sure,
it was great.
The second season's coming soon. Yeah,
it is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Noah Lawson, 12 years of hearing you talk Star Wars. I'm surprised I've never heard you mention Kyle Katarn. I'm sure that was on shows with Ken and stuff we brought up. But I was never a big Katarn fan. Not that I wasn't a fan, I just never really got into him. But I'm very aware of him. Popular character from the Jedi Knight PC series who originally stole the Death Star plans. No, I know, and I think that I don't think they'd ever bring him back into canon. But he's very popular. Yeah, I mean, shit, very popular. Noah Lawson also says the scene in Spaceballs where Dark Helmet plays with his dolls and interrupted perfectly summarizes a typical day in Filoni's office. Salute. maybe so. Yeah, we had that whole conversation on the Real Rejects about it too. It's just like this next year is going to be the make or break for Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's the make or break. Like we didn't, you and I didn't. We haven't talked about the Ahsoka trailer either. Same. And people got mad at me. I said, like, I said, look, because what I said is like, it looks a little TV-ish. Like, it's on TV. I was like, I know, but Star Wars is supposed to look cinematic on television. Like, that was my favorite. Like, it looks like it's a TV show. What do you mean it's TV? TV show's on TV. It looks like TV. What do you want it to look like? Like,
I'm smarter than you. I know it's on TV. You're an idiot. Yeah,
but it's like, it's okay to disagree with it. It's okay to say like, no, I actually didn't think it looked TV. I thought it looked a little bit more cinematic. And it looks like it just again looks very animated TV show. It doesn't look like cinematic yet. It looks epic. It looks like an epic animated show. I hope that it's great. I love the fact that they're using Anakin as much. I love that Obi-Wan's coming back into it. I love the fact that, the potential that Natalie Portman's going to make a little appearance. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I and the dynamic of Ahsoka and Anakin could really help. I wonder how the dialogue is going to be, because it was the dialogue. You go back and you watch the dialogue in Ahsoka, and you want to slam your head against the door.
Yeah. I mean, that one scene the one episode with her and Hayden, I thought was a great episode. So if they can repeat that magic, because it seems like from the trailer, he's going to be an even bigger part of season 2.
And that's great. And that's great. Like, it's like, what kind of, Greg brought up the point too. It's like, if you, a couple of years ago, you announced that Hayden Christensen's coming back for a series, and everyone's losing their mind. Now it's just like how many views does that trailer now have? PLD, because at one point it was at like 5 million, and which is atrocious for Star Wars. It's got to be better than that now. It was a week ago. I bet you it's about, if I'm going to guess, I'm going to bet you it's at 11 million right now, which is still not a great number for a Star Wars trailer, but hopefully let's see what it's at as far as the number goes.
Yeah,
it's at 5 million. It's at 5 million.
Yeah,
right now.
I didn't even do a trailer reaction. I didn't even do a trailer reaction because I knew it wasn't going to be that big of a deal.
Well, it did okay for me.
Well, you got a lot of subscribers. Yeah, for me, because I have small. I have to be careful.
You try to be picky on it. I get it.
Yes.
I get it. Noah also says, I believe Lucas isn't a fan of Mara Jade because she married Luke. I believe he's not a fan because George says not to be. The story choice must have rubbed salt in the wound due to his divorce from Marcia, leading to. Oh, sorry, I misread that. that. I thought he meant Filoni. I believe Lucas isn't a fan of it because he married Luke. The story twist must have rubbed salt in the wound due to his divorce from Marshall, leading to the rule Jedi cannot marry. I mean, you never know. That's not an unfair speculation.
I think that's crazy. I really do. You know nothing. You've never met the man, never had a personal conversation with him, never talked to him about his wife. He has rarely ever talked about his divorce, and so to extrapolate all of that, like such a strong, the fact that he got married again, very happily married again, it just doesn't make sense on so many levels. But all right.
Ralph 29. Would you rather a 65 million Terminator movie by Dan Trachtenberg or a 200 million Terminator directed by Cameron? Also bring back Brad Fiedel. 100% a 65 million Terminator movie by Dan Trachtenberg. 1,000,000%. Yeah. Because Trachtenberg's pretty damn good at budget size that way. Plus the fact Terminator does not need a 200 million budget right now because it's lost its core. We ain't in the 90s anymore. It's lost its core. Its core audience is waiting for streaming for it to come out. So 100%, I'd rather the first option.
I agree with you. Who is Brad Fidel?
Oh, the score, dude! He did the score for the original Terminator.
I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, sure.
Someone's not ready for the Schmoedown to come back.
No.
That was good.
I was never ready. I was never good on scores.
No, that's scores and soundtracks.
Yeah, that was always Bibiani's forte.
No, he was terrible at it too.
Oh, who was good at?
I was good at it. I was good.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's how I beat. That's how I beat Snyder. My final Jerry Goldsmith.
Right.
Snyder thought he had that one. Ralph 2929. I wish you could do a Nolan style watch along with Sam for Denis. Prisoners, Arrival, Sicario, Blade Runner, Dune 1 and 2 leading into Dune 3. So that's not a crazy option. We're definitely doing Dune 1 and Dune 2 leading up to it. I just don't know how much time I'm going to have before that. I think The Mandalorian is the last series we're doing. Well, and I shouldn't say that. Harry Potter, I guess, will be once it starts. No shit, Lanterns. What the hell am I talking about? Ronnie, hey guys, I didn't get a chance to watch Lanterns, but I can't wait. I heard it was great. Loved last week's episode. Yeah, I heard it was good.
It is.
Ronnie also says, Kristian, that Real Reject sit down with Greg on the future of Star Wars was a great watch, and hearing more about the Kickstarter, great stuff. Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, look, I went in there. We did the Howard the Duck thing first, and I got a chance to see Greg's studio. I hadn't been there before, so that was nice just to sit down with him. We talked about it. Normally when we see each other, we don't ever really do work together. We just kind of shoot the shit. And last time he came in, we had like a drink and we hung out for a little bit, and we actually got to do work together this time around. And I was really and we talked about it on the podcast, so I'm not speaking out of turn. I was really kind of humbled by the fact that I gave him the script last time and he loved it. And he was just like, he called me. He's like, how do I get involved with this? And so that's when we talked about it, and he's coming on as a producer, and it's great. So I got him on the phone with the director. He talked to the director. So I'm excited to have him. He's going to be on this show once the Kickstarter starts also. Cool. Ronnie, Roke, you and Mr. Cooke delivered an incredible episode. I was cracking up from start to finish. Appreciate and love you guys. Yeah, I heard the episode itself was fun. It just monetarily ate shit.
Yeah, people didn't donate. I know, it sucked.
No one cared.
It sucked.
Yeah.
You didn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, someone mentioned people who would come back. Bibiani's sleeping outside of my door right now, waiting for me.
Bibi already has 10 storylines he wants to pitch you.
He's been sleeping on the couch waiting for it to come back. All right, so next one. Ron H.
Absolutely.
Guess who's back? Back again. Ronnie's back. Tell a friend. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
Yep. Good old Ron got his sword, his armor, his partner back, and tearing up shit. Wanted a spa weekend, but enjoyed driving Ronnie too much. Well, I'm glad you're back, my friend.
Yeah.
Glad you're back. I heard repeatedly said you took a break. Well, you're back now, Ronnie. And yes, I saw Spidey again this past weekend. Would you see more? What are you going to see more? Are you going to see this or Michael Moore? I'm curious. Are you and Sam going to watch Lanterns? Says James Diesel. Yeah. So she's coming in here today. Now we got to figure out what we're doing. If I have her for enough time, I'm going to do Lanterns 1 and 2 and Toy Story because she hasn't seen that yet. But I just got to see what I have for time, and then tomorrow we're going to do the 2 Boba Fett episodes. James, does our show need PA or assistants? Can send resume. Absolutely send resumes and stuff too. I don't know yet. Here's my thing. The first thing I've got to figure out, and this is where I land. The first thing is I have to get this thing approved. That's the first thing. The first thing in my head is I'm texting checks. Is it approved? Not approved yet. Waiting for it to get approved. Once it gets approved, then the next thing is raise the money. Once we know, okay, we're making a show, then I start looking into the other stuff as far as PAs and assistants and all that stuff. So there's no answer to that right now, James. Down the line, there could be. Just don't know right now. Ron H. Once I get Ronnie back, headed to Ottawa just because. Thought about watching a movie there, but cruising downstairs Ottawa, watching drunk people is more fun. Running over them. Just kidding. Stop that. Nathan Drake. What do you worry about the most when you have to give over hosting duties to other people? Well, I mean, look, the first side is I have to worry about, again, what people don't understand is monetarily.
Yeah.
You like when you have 2 hosts on, right? You got to make sure that they're whatever happens, it covers the cost. Right? That's part one. I don't really worry about anything outside of that, really, when it comes to the hosting, because they've done it. Like John, I know, can do it in his sleep. He does his own channel. He's got, like, when it comes to hosting, and he can do it. But he's the one person I know. I just say, just host it by yourself, and then do the whole thing by himself, and it's fine. I know that when Roxy and Mike are on, it's going to be a goofy, funny, silly show, and they're going to make it work, and that's what they did. Chris and Winston, I don't got to worry about them either. They have a great dynamic together. They're both pros, and that was it. And Wednesday was just kind of like a throw together show, and Mike, and so I don't really worry about that kind of stuff, because as much as we'll bust PLD's balls, or same with Luke, they know the channel so well, and they know what we need and everything too, that I breathe easy, knowing if I was doing it all by myself and I had no help, I'd be stressing out. But I know that these guys know how it works, so I guess that's really it.
There you go.
Libsy 1989. I hate when people say how Spider-Man is only a massive success due to inflation. What about the variables that work against its box office results? One being streaming and social convenience. Win for Campia. What does that mean? I'm going on his show today, by the way, for people who are wondering. I'm back on Monday. What about I hate when people say Spider-Man is only a massive success due to inflation. What about the variables working against? I mean, every movie that won outside of Gone with the Wind is due to inflation. Avatar, due to inflation. Star Wars, the first one, due to inflation. They're all due to inflation. It's
all relative, man. Inflation is always a weird thing for me. Yeah. People use it to support and take down movies. It's all about biased feelings on that stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay. Where's the next one? 100 Joules, high five.
Yeah.
Ron H. Did you know Quebec limits THC to 30%? Over the border in Ontario, no limits. Guess where my current strain is from? Fukia. There you go.
Nice.
James, book, Audible recommendation, The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, 10 out of 10. Fun, not slapsticky, and amazing characters. If the film happens, it'll rep. Medieval Suicide Squad. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Are you aware of it?
I'm halfway through reading it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Yeah, sitting right here.
Oh, sweet.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Ron H. Mr. Cook for the win. He offended everybody. Did he?
I don't know.
On Tuesday or with you?
Maybe Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't recall on Wednesday.
Ron H. Too bad Roca Door can't win them all.
Hey,
he got close. He got close on the Monday show.
That's all right.
James, got to get Bert to plug the Kickstarter. I'm going to reach out to him. I have a that's the other thing I'm going to do is I have a list of people. I was over the weekend. Someone, and whoever did this, thank you. Someone had included myself and Ralph Garman on a tweet, and then I've interviewed Ralph Garman before, and I've talked to Ralph's a great guy, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but he then, because of that tweet, Ralph DM'd me, and I'm going on Ralph's show to promote it.
Nice.
And Ralph's the coolest, man. I love Ralph. Yeah. So I'll be talking to him, and I'll be talking to some other people. I'm going to reach out to a whole bunch of people. I just want to make sure we get approved. That's it. Jose Rodriguez, Spider-Man was whooping ass in downtown Minneapolis. He's everywhere. Check it out if you haven't. Best of luck in your show, Kristian. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
appreciate that.
I tweeted that out.
What was it?
Some guy dressed up as Spider-Man, and he attacked these Nazis who were protesting.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he jumped on top.
Did he whoop him?
And he was punching. Yeah, you could.
Wow.
I don't know if PLD has the video, but like he jumped on top and was just wailing.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And already today, people have made like a makeshift comic book cover of him doing that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh,
yeah. Let's see that. Sir Lance and Pants. What's up, Sir Lance? Hey, Kristian, been following since the Schmoes No Days. Finally pulled the trigger and become a member. Cheers. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. I think that when's the member stream this week, right? PLD? When is that? Is that
Thursday?
Thursday is our member
Thursday, right
stream.
after the show.
Yeah. So Sir Lance and Pants, make sure that you join. Basically, what it is every member can come in and hang out, be part of the exclusive live stream that we do. But I don't know what level you're at. But on the $5 level and up, you can come in and you can ask a video question. So if you come in and you can say hello and do all that. It's pretty cool. And Jose Rodriguez, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay. Sir Lance and Pants, any plans on you and Sam ever starting up Netflix Daredevil at any point down the road? I think the answer to that is yes. I think it's going to almost be like what we did for Game of Thrones when we run into that point where we're like, okay, because she's got X-Men and Harry Potter and a ton of stuff, Dune, all this year is taken. She really wants to watch Punisher. She really wants to watch Punisher. So I think that we will eventually get to that, but I just don't see doing it now. Maybe before we get to Daredevil, the new season, because that comes out next year, maybe we can try to do like a real, like we're gonna be. You guys better watch it, man. I will tell you this though. I'll tell you this because that one has been, that and Agatha have been requested for Sam a lot. Right?
Boy,
they've been requested. I liked Agatha. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But I already watched it with Sam. I already watched it with Sadie. I already watched it, and so and Sam watches it. It's like, we can do it again. But the thing is, if I watch Daredevil and Punisher, and everyone who's asked for it doesn't watch it, I'm not going to finish the damn thing. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to finish it. Because it's like, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Like, there's one thing, you should just watch it. No, it's like I haven't seen it in a bit. I want to watch it, but like it's gotta be because there's other things that we could be watching. So Sun Devil Roadrunner rewatched X-Men 1 and 2 for the Doomsday watch list, and while they were good for their time, I think these movies are pretty overrated. Bad X-Men movies, cool comic book movie. I'll see if I share that opinion with you because I'm going to rewatch it. I remember liking X-Men 1 and 2 a lot. But I wonder, Feige did work on those too, by the way.
Yeah, he was the one of the producers on it. That's right. Yeah.
Was he a producer or was he like an assistant or something on those? I forget. He was assistant on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I forget what he was. He was something, but he was on those for sure. He sent me the Luke, can you take that? I can't bring up YouTube clips. Can you, if you can put it in there, that'd be good. Or anybody. Louis Fonseca. My birthday is today, and my grandma passed on Friday. Advice. I'm sorry, Louis. Luis. Luis, listen. I mean, look, it's I don't know. I didn't know your grandma, but what I would say inside of that is hopefully you got to value the time with her while she was here. I don't know how old she was. I assume she lived a pretty full life, but take that with you, with your thoughts and with your birthday. That's tough though, especially if you did spend time with your grandma on your birthdays, that it's the first one like without her. It's tough. It ain't easy by a long shot.
Yeah. The unfortunate harsh truth of life is as your birthdays start piling up, people you love start leaving. Right. It's just how it goes because they're older than you. And so it's a circle of life. And as Kristian said so well, I echo what he said. Just it's going to be tough, especially if you loved her very deeply. I lost my grandmother. I remember when I graduated college, 2 days after graduating college. So it was very bittersweet. And what you come to terms hopefully with is that, you appreciate the time you did have with her, even though you miss her greatly. It's a gift that you had all this time with her. So, that's the best way. Yeah.
Ronnie, Gen X kid. I don't condone violence, but I'm not going to lie. That Spider-Man shit is the coolest scene since the 2023 Montgomery Brawl. I gotta see it. Fieldy's working on putting it on the channel.
Okay.
Right
all right.
Nathan Drake. Kristian, did you hear Mike say the girl he's with is Mr. Cooke was his real life girlfriend? Well, it was his girlfriend.
Right, it was. Yeah.
Roxy told him he clearly has a type. Well, I think I was on the show when he said that the first time.
Yeah, and then
did you know her?
We hosted. No, I knew her, but I didn't know I knew her when I saw the clip.
Okay.
When you played it the first time, I was like, "Oh, this girl's hot." Like Michael's he always pulls, and then he's like, "Dude, that's Betsy," and I was like, "Holy shit, I remember Betsy." She was a smoke show, but I didn't recognize her in the garb. So yeah.
I'd rather stick a hot iron in my mouth than welcome that serial murderer into this colony.
Besides, it's been so long since we've been to a party.
I'm not exaggerating.
You have offended me for the very last time, Mr. Cooke. And I demand satisfaction.
She always had a Jenna Dewan look.
Yeah.
The good Miss Channing Tatum, the first Channing Tatum wife. So yeah.
Is there any tier I could offer to if we hit it that Mike could do a full show in that garb?
I don't even know if he owns that garb.
I'd find a way to get it. Samuel Champion. What's up, fellas? Glad you had a great week, Kristian. Your friend is kicking cancers, but thank you so much, Samuel. That's very kind of you. Spider-Man out there handing out hands in the box office in the streets of Minneapolis. Love it. I got to watch this clip. This is perfect timing.
I love people.
I didn't even hear about it until right there, but thank you. It's very kind of you to say all those nice words, Samuel. Appreciate that. Tim Sim, The great Tim Sim. Want to say, between the Real Rejects video and the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer reaction, as I respect your view from where you're coming from, we're on opposite sides on how we feel on Star Wars, but agree that Starfighter needs to be a Grand Slam success. I get it. Look, Tim, you're in like the PLD camp. I get it. You guys want it to be great and feel like everything that comes out is great. I get it. And it's one of these things where it's the positivity is a nice thing to have. You're a sports guy too, Tim. And I'm just watching a team that used to be great struggling to get out of last place. And maybe Ahsoka Season 2 is going to be a lot better. The real locations is inspiring. The fact that there's a plan is inspiring, right?
Yeah.
But there's just an overall feel that just feels cartoony. But we are on the same page. Starfighter needs to be massive. If Starfighter underperforms, dude.
Yeah. Oof. And even people's reactions to the trailer were to the leak trailer were kind of subdued. So
what a mistake. What a mistake not releasing that to the public.
Yeah.
That was an absolute bonehead move to not release that to the public. Whoever it was, whether it was Disney, Lucasfilm, bonehead we don't want to get buried. But you release Ahsoka and you release. I get that Ahsoka's coming out first. I get it. I think the truth of it is they didn't want Ahsoka to get buried by Starfighter.
Yeah.
That's what I think the truth of it is, which is stupidity. I think that you get a teaser. The movie's coming out in May.
Yeah.
Get a teaser and get some hype behind that thing. Of course, there's not a lot of subdued on a leaked trailer. And then they're going to wait like they do. They're going to wait. And then they're going to release the teaser trailer. And then it's going to be like, oh, should have put it out. Like a major mistake. And they should have had a big announcement at the end of whatever if they were going to do episodes 10, 11, and 12, they should have done that and left something big. Because I thought putting them after Marvel was a good move if they had something to really get people talking about. But they didn't. And they didn't even show that. They still don't know what they're doing when it comes to presentations and stuff. They're just terrible at it. Alexander Wilson, The Odyssey opens up in Japan in 2 weeks. The box office trackers say if it does 80 million in Japan, Odyssey will be a $2 billion film. Thoughts?
Ooh.
I didn't even realize it hadn't opened in Japan.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I thought it was already out in
that
places.
Before. That's if it does 80.
If it's 2, good God,
dude. That'd be nuts. A $2 billion rated R film. Wow. Well, Alex, it's certainly possible.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was the case. All right, let's see. So PLD said he got that footage. Let me see if I can watch it.
Okay.
So do me a favor and cut that. I got to cut that clip out because of the sign. Please cut that clip out, Luke. That was in there. You can blur it. So let's cut that out.
I didn't even see the sign. My bad.
No, but Spider-Man beating the hell out of people is hilarious. I just couldn't watch the rest of it because but I'm gonna give Luke and PLD a time to make sure we cut out
127:20
wherever that is. If we can cut that out, that'd be great. But nonetheless, that was hilarious to watch the guy leap over the thing and beat the shit out of people.
Screwface said that was the best scene in Brand New Day.
Hilarious. Okay, let's see. Alexander Wilson did that one. Tim said,
PLD, you chose the wrong angle. PLD, there's an angle from the other side.
It's not his fault. He was looking.
There's a bunch of videos out there. Come on,
it was right on CNN that way.
yeah, right. Which is as also someone pointed out to me, Phase 6 of the MCU has been a major improvement compared to the previous 2 for films and TV shows. Thoughts? Totally. For Phase 6, if you. Over the previous
films have
2?
Underperformed. What's your diagnosis?
Well, I think when you look at
improvement.
Well, I guess that's the question, right, Tim?
Right.
So if you're talking about quality, I would agree with that.
Sure.
Quality, I agree with. I agree with quality on. You look, and even monetarily, when you maybe look, Thunderbolts, I think either barely broke even or lost money, and so did Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So those, but both, I enjoyed both of those movies. I thought they were both pretty good.
Sure.
Deadpool and Wolverine annihilated.
Right.
And this movie annihilated. Right now, we're not talking about box office Marvel because Sony really sees the money off that anyway. But if you're talking about quality of it, sure. And what are the other shows that kind of came out? I don't know what the other. I don't remember the last.
Wonder Man.
Daredevil. The Daredevil wasn't.
Daredevil Born Again.
Wonder Man again, quality wise, both Daredevil and Wonder Man, good shows. Both doing shitty in the and Ironheart too, though. Ironheart did pretty crappy in the ratings too. So it's a balance.
I still think it's a mixed bag. Yeah,
it's a mixed bag, maybe. Ronnie. Okay, fellas, back to work. See you next week. Thank you, Ronnie. See you next week.
Love you, Ronnie.
That Lil Yankee. Happy Monday, gents. Didn't know Greg was producer on our show. With the power of Reject Nation, our show might have the influence akin to Campus Collider Days. RP to John Schnapp. 100%. Yeah. So that was the thing. I wasn't. He's been involved now for like at least a month, if not more. And I had been kind of teasing that somebody was involved that you guys knew that I could talk about it, and we decided over the weekend that we were going to announce that, and we did. And so and then there's other things that I'll be doing more so to promote and all that. But having Greg on board too, he's gonna let, once the campaign is out, he's gonna help get the word out there. Okay. Nathan Drake, Oak Street had so much potential, and they got the cartoon cat to write the ending. What is it? I don't know. I just really enjoyed watching it. I really did. King X Red, consider you made Sam watch Eternals, the Marvels, for no good reason. For no good reason. We were watching the MCU. What the hell are you talking about? Please don't skip around the DCU based on your personal dislikes. Don't skip through just to get Lanterns. Sam loves DCU. I'm so confused on so many different levels of this comment. I'm so confused. Here, let me start with this. Considering you made Sam watch Eternals and the Marvels for no good reason. Well, let me give you the reason. We were watching the full MCU leading into all of it. So there's the reason. Please don't skip around the DCU based on your personal dislikes. Don't skip through to get to Lanterns. Well, DCEU has nothing to do with Lanterns, so I wouldn't skip around because there's nothing to do with Lanterns. The DCU, we've watched everything. We've watched Superman and Supergirl, then leading into this. So that's that. The DCEU, what we will be watching, the next up is Justice League. That's the next one up. We'll probably watch Aquaman 1 and 2, and probably watch The Flash. I don't want to put myself through Shazam again because it's not necessary. Then they're fine. They're fine movies. They're fine. 1 and 2 are fine. And Suicide Squad, it doesn't, it just right now just necessarily don't need to go all the way there, but we might. And I don't know what the hell you're talking about. John DX Dragon. Harloff, what's your full thoughts on the X-Men casting? Unfortunately, you were out last week. Who's your favorite so far? And who do you think will give the best performance? It's funny because remember when I mentioned to Winston that Indy never read it?
This, man. Do you mind if I use the restroom? Why don't you take this one solo, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I had mentioned it to Winston that Indy never ready. I believe that's how you say her last name. That she was good for Rogue, and he's like, I don't know, she's gonna pull the accent. I mean, that's definitely true. Definitely has to pull off the accent, but I think she's great. I think they threw a little misdirect with the mystique part of it. I'll tell you, I would have liked to seen Tom Pelphrey as Professor X. I know he was up for it, but let's see what Christopher Abbott can do. As far as the other cast, I don't know. I don't know any of the other ones, but they looked the part. So I'm on board. I'm never, unless I'm really am familiar with an actor's role, and I go, there is no way that person can pull that off, and not even then is that accurate. But I never really do that because it's like, okay, well, let's see the movie. You can see the movie and go, didn't work for me. Like, look, I love Jesse Eisenberg. I think he was a bad choice for Lex Luthor. I didn't like that version of what they went with Lex Luthor. But I like the casting so far of X-Men. Yeah. Eclipse 77. Also been watching Infinity War and Endgame to build up Doomsday. I noticed something that made me scratch my head. Oh, it's part 1. Where's part 2? I got to get to part 2. I hope the conversation that Christian and Greg had this weekend is the first of many with Roka 2 toward next year, monitoring the current dire status of Star Wars. Well, I mean, look, Roka and I will be talking about it for sure.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, look,
on this show.
But the thing is, the more and more people seem to be like, understanding that it ain't good. Like, it's not good. You can, there's a difference. And I'm curious of PLD. I think PLD feels this way. There's a difference between watching the trailer and saying, oh, I'm excited for it. Fair. But you can't think that your team is in first place anymore.
Yeah,
like,
no. Right.
Your team's in bad shape.
As far as how it's viewed right now, and as far as like the zeitgeist, absolutely. I understand.
Right. Right. And I think that is an overall problem.
Yeah.
Right. Even when like the core fan base, I mean, like Tim Sim and PLD, I mean, maybe Tim Sim doesn't feel that way. I don't know how you can't. Like, and this is what Greg brought up on the show, is that I couldn't even imagine a world where Star Wars is coming out with new stuff, a new TV show and a new movie, and everybody's like, hey, what's going on with Frozen 3? Right. Like that's a problem. And that's just the Disney and Lucasfilm beating it into the ground with subpar shit. And it goes back to this stuff but the subpar, and I say this lovingly to you, PLD, is that it's people in your camp that unfortunately are part of the blame when it comes to the subpar stuff, because when the subpar stuff's coming out, we love it. And then it's like, but nobody else does. The fact the Mandalorian and Grogu, like I really love that movie, and I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you did. But the problem is that it has diluted the brand and turned the brand into a subpar IP. Yeah. That's terrible.
What I'm trying to think about this is like everything I've heard about people who watched The Mandalorian and Grogu liked it. So I think that's good. The problem is it wasn't exciting enough to get a lot of people to come to watch it. That's the difference. So it's not a subpar product necessarily, but it's a subpar marketing effort for everybody to get involved. I'm not sure exactly where it lands, to be honest with you, but I think saying Mandalorian and Grogu was a subpar product, I think is false. I think it was not a subpar product. I think it was a fine movie.
I think it was an okay episode to the television show.
They made some mistakes. I will fully admit the mistakes are made. I know what they're going for in terms of they wanted to make this whole standalone thing, but they made it too standalone when it shouldn't have been too that standalone. Trust your connectivity a little bit, because that's what Star Wars has always been best.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I think people get caught up, just like someone just like Tim Sim talk about Marvel. People get caught up with this idea of like, well, they made a good movie. That's irrelevant. You can make it all good movies you want in a franchise situation. If people aren't coming to see it, you're failing. Right. So making it's a two-part thing with a franchise, not with a regular film. With a franchise situation, you have to make a good movie that people want to go see. That's kind of how it works. Jurassic's the anomaly. All those are terrible after Jurassic 1, but somehow they make all that money that they make, or the Transformers movies in a lot of people's opinions, right? But like when it comes to most franchises, you have to make a good movie and get people in theater. So the fact that Mandalorian and Grogu, it's a fine movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not offensive.
It's not terrible.
But it's not terrible.
I would say I'm challenging that's not a subpar movie, but it is
right. It's not. But not being able to get people into theater.
Correct.
And this cop-out, marketing, like this cop-out I see going on all the time now. The marketing was bad. The marketing department, the marketing, bullshit. There's something wrong with your brand that's not getting across.
It's right. Star Wars is the marketing. Star Wars is the marketing.
It needs to have exciting connectivity to bring people.
I agree. That's why I think it was. That's why I do think it was subpar. Personally.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Michael Games T4. 100 Joules. High five. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
I missed one. Sorry. This is Eric Kirby. John, when is the next live Geek Buddies?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I don't know. I never know, because it's always depends on schedules and what the boys are in the mood for. It's always very much like that.
Oh, I see.
I wish we could lock down a solid time, but Shannon's schedule is always fluctuating and Michael's schedule is always fluctuating. So I do my best, everybody. Yeah.
I got Star Trek The New Generation questions for you guys. Harloff, you are Kirk. Who is your Spock from your cast on your channel? Well, first of all, everyone, as far as co-host goes, there is no Spock, because it's like John's got his own thing. John's the Kirk of his own channel, right?
It's
so like
true.
John comes in. To me, I would have to say that my two, I have two Spocks, and I think it's PLD and Luke, because they help like with keeping the channel.
I think PLD is your Scotty. Luke is your Spock.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably right.
Because PLD's too emotional to be a Spock.
I was going to say either that or McCoy. Either way, I was going to be.
Yeah.
You could be McCoy.
I think it
engineer though.
I think Luke is my Spock. I think Luke is my Spock. He's like Luke. Yeah, because to me it's like I just know Luke. Not only does Luke take care of a lot of the stuff that's going on with like reaction of the thing too. If I go into a panic with stuff that's going on with the thing, Luke has literally been on the phone with me for like 3 hours going, all right, hit this button, do that, do this. He's like, hold on. And he goes through it. Next thing you know, it's fine. He's like, it's Luke. It's Luke for sure.
Someone's saying Mike is Spock. Yeah. Spock definitely gets in battles on social media all the time. Spock would totally.
Mike is not Spock. Okay, so let's see. Next one. Eclipse. Where did Old Man Steve get that shield from? I was thinking about this yesterday, actually, when watching it. His shield was destroyed in the battle, and he only went back with the hammer and the stones. It's a great. He must have gotten into some fights and shit. Yeah. He must have done some stuff and found some other ways. 100%. Yes. I was thinking the same thing too. Benjamin 28, love you, Kristian. Can't wait to support your Kickstarter. So happy you're back. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Benjamin. Appreciate it. Yeah, look, that's what I'm going to tell everybody again. Like I've been saying, we get 13,000 people out of. We just reached 233,000 subscribers now. If we get 13,000 of you guys to put in $25, we make our show. That's it. That's it. Done. We got it. And I think we can do it. So, Lil Yankee. On my way to work, have a safe and great week. Thank you, Lil Yankee.
Thank you.
John DX Dragon. I have a lot of Nolan. I love a lot of Nolan movies, but should there even be a position for president of Directors Guild in the first place? Just feels pretentious. What's the reason for it? Asking to learn more. What is this?
Well, Nolan is the head of the DGA. Right now, he's the president of the DGA. So he's just saying, I think that it feels pretentious. What's the reason for it? And it's like, well, because it's a union. And you have to fight for your directors in negotiations with the studios and contracts. That's why you have a president. And Nolan absolutely is involved in the minutia of these contracts. It's not a figurehead position. Nolan is absolutely down there with the legal people and negotiating contracts. So yeah, it's an important job to have.
Okay.
President of any union.
Right, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple Killer 51. Governor said settle. Mayor said settle. 3 major theater chains said settle. Approved by countries and the DOJ. Only blue states are fighting it. It is political.
Yeah, let's deal with it, Triple. It is political because the reason he got the whole thing is to get CNN to help Trump. And then the reason it got pushed through against the advice of all the lawyers at the DOJ, except the top lawyers, because they were saying they needed more time to look at this thing, is because Trump wants him to take control of CNN. So you're right. It is political, my man, but not from the biased perspective you're presenting it as. So.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, totally. That guy, totally. Actually, that guy would be on my side, man. Yeah. It's Walter you might worry about.
That's true. Michael McKenzie, if Sam is such a Kit Harrington fan, you should get her into industry. He plays an excellent douche on that series. I heard that show was good.
Yeah, I got to get to that situation.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
I finished season 1. I got to get to the next seasons. Yeah.
Ryan S. 4050. Dan Aykroyd will be in New York City at the end of October to promote his sci-fi book, Soul Hider. Would be great to interview him about everything from aliens to ghosts to movies. Good chance he would do it. PLD, maybe we reach out to DFT on that one. We'll see. All right. The Beat Outpost. Thanks, Roka, for the compliment on my logo last week.
It's awesome.
I watched the stream delayed.
It's such a great logo. Look at that. Draw me like this, man. Obviously not with the blackface or the fro, but draw me, man. I'd love to commission you to draw me to use down the road.
He also says, I thought it was funny how people got upset at the William Tell scene in Lanterns, but forget when Mindy was training in Kick-Ass, she was shot in the chest. What's your favorite movie that the parents have issues? Is that a spoiler?
Oh, no. Remember in the first episode? You saw the first episode, right?
Yes,
where his dad is shooting the apple.
Oh, yeah.
William Tell stuff.
Got it. Yes. Oh, yeah. What's my favorite movie that the parents have issues? Oh, my goodness. I mean,
it's about to be explained next week why
that happened.
You saw the trailer, why this is all happening. He might not have issues. There might be something else going on there with the dad.
I think he knows more. That's what I got. I feel like he knew a lot.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I think there was more to that than just that.
I'd say Kramer versus Kramer.
That's a brutal one. I would probably say, what's the one that I thought of recently? Shoot. It's not really, I guess, his parents, but This Boy's Life is a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Sinister McCall. Beth Snyder. Harloff's face was on a milk carton last week. That's hilarious. Rob Zombie kidnapped Harloff and made him watch The Munsters. My goodness. I wouldn't have returned. Liam Neeson rescued Harloff. Yeah. I will return you. I almost had it. I had a couple times I worked on the Taken Liam Neeson, but I couldn't hit it all the way. Go Pal. The Gentleman season 2 is coming next week.
Oh, next
week. It just got picked up for season 3. Not that Netflix hasn't changed their mind about shows after renewing them. Yeah, that's how it happens. It's true.
Yeah.
Frank Grover, say 50 Jules, stay hydrated. I'll tell you, definitely stay hydrated. I went to the beach yesterday. And then I went back to the gym for the first time in the week today, and I got one of those stupid migraines, and I think it's because I didn't I wasn't hydrated enough. So
yeah.
You know, so funny. I really am becoming an old man, though, I'll tell you that, because like my wife and I were sitting there at the beach, and I can't remember what I was saying, but she's just like, you really got what did I say? Something on the beach. But then what I really noticed was I'm getting to the place, I'm like, you see how cheap gas is over here? I'm like, over there, I mean, look how high the gas prices are now. It's like, yeah.
That's why the progressive commercial is so correct.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
100%. Hugo Chavez, 30 joules clutch. Thank you. Ed, what's up, guys? WB, Kristian, I know your schedule is busy, but any chance WB? Welcome back. Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Yeah.
I was like, what did WB do? I know your schedule is busy, but any chance of a Godzilla -1 reaction with Sam before -0 comes out? Potentially. When does that come out? October?
Yeah, it's later
or
in
November.
It might be November.
100% potentially. Absolutely. Let's see. Matt's Media Mania. Sorry if you guys already addressed this. No, we didn't. Are you and Sam planning to do Agatha reaction before Vision Quest? Probably not Agatha, but Vision Quest. I mean, I guess I could do it the same way. I don't know. It's just a lot of time to try to do it, unless you do like one big video of it. I don't know. Probably not. Because is it that important? Agatha leading into Vision Quest? I don't think so, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Because I mean, because the stuff with his get out of here, Bubble Boy. Because of the whole situation with him and his with Agatha and Vision and Wanda's son and all of that. I'll handle the professional stuff, you know. There's all the connection there, and it's supposed to be a trilogy, as PLD is trying to say.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, maybe I don't know.
Get the bubble out of here too. What are you doing? Is that a teardrop?
What is he doing there? Ralph 29. But Dan Trachtenberg isn't as good a director as James Cameron. I mean, sure. And Terminator is Cameron's baby. Cameron does big budget well. I know, but I don't want. But Terminator doesn't need big budget now. Terminator, like Predator, by the way, movies lost the plot, and then Trachtenberg's Prey brought it back to what it was. And I like this last thing that he did too. With Predator, but I like Prey. It was a smaller story, so I think Terminator needs smaller, not bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
So
okay. So does Cameron do big budget well? Because the last two Avatar films have been great, but they've been dog.
Dude, but the last two Avatar films, first of all, made in the billions of dollars. So yes, he does.
Not the last one.
It did. It made like 1.6.
1.5.
It's just the fact that it costs so much that it's still people are like, oh, it's still made 1.5.
Sure.
The Beat Outpost. Squirrel Girl's popping up in the conversation again. Think Disney will have her show up and put a beat down on Doom in the final movie. I hope not. Armada 8YT. Who should score Arnold King Conan? Oh man, there's so many great people to do it.
You have to do Zimmer because it's old school. Right?
Could I mean because I don't think Basil's around anymore. Is he
massive?
He died.
Yeah.
I feel like hold on a second. Let's see. Did he? I don't know if he. Yeah, he died. Basil died in 2006. So, all right. Let's see. CC Black showing Sam the new Doomsday trailer. Will people still care? I guess they will. If I showed it to her today, because she still hasn't seen it, the new trailer. I probably should. Maybe I'll do that with her when she comes in today. I was thinking about it, so probably. Edie Lydia 9315. Hayden Christensen signed back with his agency. What kind of roles do you think he should focus on? Actually, strangely enough, with a new writer and a really good director, I'd like them to do Jumper 2. And I'll tell you, Jumper 1 was not a great movie, but the premise itself was awesome. And what they were able to do, I'd like to see a second Jumper, an older one, but and maybe some dramas like some A24 stuff.
Listen, I want to tell you all something. All right, I am not going to be pressured to jump on your Hayden Christensen is suddenly a good actor bandwagon. All right, okay. I refuse to be pressured by you all to accept this. He was good in Shattered Glass. He is terrible in the prequels. I don't care what your 5-year-old ass told you when you were a kid. He is terrible in the prequels. He is okay in the Ahsoka episode, which I thought was a good episode, but he was good and he was okay in it. But there's a reason they hit him in Kenobi. And no, it isn't because he was wearing the Darth Vader stuff. So this idea that he's going to all of a sudden become an explosive movie star and be booking all these roles because he's such a great actor, that's not a reality. All right. Hayden was always limited. He's from the Paul Walker School of Acting. He's very limited in what he can do. So, yes, fine, come back, do some stuff, but it's not like he's going to be rediscovered as this amazing actor all of a sudden, you know.
Right.
So, like I saw people talking about, let's do a Darth Vader series. And it's like, you want Hayden Christensen for 8 to 10 episodes? Okay.
I think he's pretty good, but you know, maybe not. I don't think it was him in those prequels that showcased his.
If Ewan McGregor
Natalie
was
did not
in those movies,
right?
Ewan
You
McGregor.
stopped. You stopped from Natalie Portman. You stopped because
I don't feel Natalie was necessarily bad, but she wasn't good.
That's kind of my point. Like Ewan McGregor found a way to make it work, right? Liam Neeson found a way to make it work.
Because the good actors do.
They found a way to make it work. I just don't think I don't think they were comfortable enough to make it work. Mike Joyce, any interest in seeing Camp Miasma? Wild movie. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the new Hannah Einbender movie with Gillian Anderson.
Oh, no idea.
Yeah, Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, something like that.
Israel Zerg. What an awesome match between you guys at the Schmoedown. Keep them coming. Freddie Prinze Jr. versus Sam was awesome also. Yeah, we got a lot of great stuff coming up too. And we are going to be running the JTE 30 for 30, which was absolutely amazing. Really, really good.
Yeah, that match with me and Kristian was great.
Yeah.
You guys don't know the backstory. I mean, Kristian was working me the whole week. He was messing with me every time because I was at Collider at the time.
Yeah.
He would walk in and go, "Are you studying? Are you ready, man? Are you ready? Because the match is in 24 hours. The match is in 48 hours."
Meanwhile,
like,
I wasn't studying shit.
He was digging into me the whole time. So I was nervous as hell going into that match, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I knew how to. You watched it. I mean, my promo was pretty good. I watched it. It was pretty good. I was like, yeah, he's running around saying he's the outlaw. I created the outlaw. Yeah. He's saying he's created me. I'm not gonna. And then that's when you started to do all the belts.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm also going to air too is that press conference with you and Ellis, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, before the final.
Yeah,
right.
Really good.
That was a good one.
X Factor 17. Football season is almost here. Texans have the NFC East on the schedule. How do you guys think Giants and Commies will fare against that defense? Let's see. I mean, I say I have the same answer when it comes to the Giants all the time, because I never look forward or think there's no hope when the Giants season starts, because they're consistently inconsistent. Like when they're supposed to be terrible, they win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When they're supposed to be great, they can barely finish in second to last place. Yeah. So I just crossed my fingers and said, let's see what happens. And as long as Dart doesn't have concussions all day long, we'll see.
yeah, exactly. Or Scatabo too.
Yeah. Ron H. Garmin, he was in Hollywood. I know. I saw that part. I remember. I watched up to that part of it. Jose Rodriguez. Disney should Spider-Man Star Wars have Apple make the movies and TV shows, but they keep toys and run. Trust me. I wish that would happen. The problem is the egos behind it would never let it happen. I really don't think that they think that they have a problem.
No,
I really don't. I don't.
It's kind of mind blowing. Yeah.
I think because like even watching Filoni on like the red carpet, he's walking around like it's 2015 and he's on Star Wars Celebration.
Let me tease Hunt for Ben Solo. Let me tease that.
Who cares?
Come on.
Who cares? Mike Joyce. To be fair, I saw the leaked Starfighters trailer. It wasn't much. Seemed smart not to release it. See, Mike, I disagree with you a lot. I disagree with you again here. Hopefully, we'll get a full trailer soon. I'll tell you why. It seems smart not to release it. You watched a leaked trailer, Mike. It wasn't much because you watched a leaked trailer. If you watched a full HD trailer to get the hype and notice of it, it seems smart to release it. Then don't show it. If you're not proud of it, then don't show it at all.
Right.
So it can't get leaked.
Yeah.
If you don't, because you're saying it seems smart to release it because there's not much there, then don't show it, because if it gets leaked and there's not much there, then that's what you're promoting your movie with. I disagree. I think that the trailer itself is meant to get excitement going, and that's why they're holding back on it. So I disagree. I mean, today, Mike, not all the time, but today, out of everybody who said things, I think I disagree with you the most. Let's see. Next one. Austin. 10 joules. Thumbs up. Thank you. Nathan Drake. watching an old episode of Settle the Score with Rick Ingram saying you were the worst Comedy Store employee ever. It's true. We talk about it all the time. Anytime Rick was on the was I on with Rick when we were talking about it, because it was against me and him. Because you got to understand. Did you ever hear the story, John, on why I was the worst? So
no,
I did something that no one did before. The way that you usually worked at the Comedy Store is you would work at the Comedy Store and you get the employee spots, you showcase for Mitzi, and then you become a paid regular and then you quit.
Right.
I became a paid regular first.
Oh, wow.
And then I took a job there. And people go, why would you do that? I said, for two reasons. One, who cares if minimum wage, who cares? I don't have to be great. Because if I got fired, I'm still paid regular. It's terrible, but work ethic, by the way. Secondly, I got all the employee spots plus my paid regular spots.
Yeah.
So when most people were getting, maybe 2 spots a night, I was getting 4.
Yeah.
At the Comedy Store. So I was like, and then so Rick, who I worked with, we laugh all the time about it. Like, there was one time, like, I think me, him, and Bobby Lee got stoned behind the while we were working. And behind the freaking in the parking lot, and then I after it wore off a little bit, Rick's the manager comes down and he goes, "Where's Harloff?" And Rick goes, "There he is." And I was driving. I went home. and it was Dean. Dean was the guy. He goes, "Fucking Harloff." He's like, "I can't." He's like, "I love the guy. I can't fire him." And then there was other time. It was a freaking the awning. They would take this rickety ladder and changing, you know, that awning that's up at the Comedy Store, the Sunset,
totally,
and you'd have to up this thing, and they're like, "Okay, Harloff, you got to change the awning." And I go, "The hell with that." And I went up to Dean. I go, "I'm afraid of heights." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "You suck." And he gave me some else to it. I was like, I didn't need the job. I just didn't. And they knew why I was doing it. It wasn't like I was trying to, it wasn't, everybody knew. Carlton Rudder. London calling, long time to speak. What's up, man? Great to see you, fine gentlemen. Lantern's first episode was great. Great 2026 summer recap Cinephiles episode. Oh, that's a good idea. We got to do a fall preview on this thing soon.
Yeah. We did one yesterday live on the Cinephiles on our YouTube channel, breaking down the 2026 summer movies. What's good, what worked, and what lessons Hollywood can learn for sure. It's fun.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Jay Morgan. Idea for how to modernize Magneto, make him a Middle Eastern American who witnessed racism post 9/11 America, hates humans because of his experience. I mean, I just don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna handle any of this. I really don't. Mr. Brandon, I think Sam would like first Suicide Squad with Joker and Harley Quinn. Plus, Will Smith looking back made $700 million, which is crazy. I mean, it's worth it. I'm not. It's not outside the realm. I have to map out like the road and see, because I have to get to X-Men, and I have to get to Dune, and I have to get the Harry Potter movies. If I can map all of those out and get them, plus get those, then maybe. Yeah. The real question is, will we showing Sam the most important film, Black Adams? Probably not. Probably not. Armada. Should they revive the show Cop Rock starring KO? What you mean? You saying with Kalinowski?
I don't know who KO Kalinowski.
KO or Kevin Owens.
Oh, no. Cop Rock. Yikes.
Yeah. Ayoshi. 100 Joules. Marshmallow High. Thank you. Reportedly, Master of the Universe 2 is in development. Doesn't surprise me.
No, it isn't.
Is it?
No, it isn't. No one's reporting that. No one is reporting that.
It doesn't surprise me though that they do that, because Bezos apparently really loves it, and I don't think they should put it out in the theater. If you're going to do a second one, just go straight to streaming. You're. By the way, I don't give people credit on Twitter hardly ever, because I hate it.
Right.
I saw one of your posts and I thought it was brilliant. You talked about Masters of the Universe, and someone was like, "Hey, did you see that? Masters of the Universe was #1 in Amazon." You're like, "Yeah," because it doesn't take a lot of effort to just roll over on your couch and push the button, as opposed to getting out of the house, wanting and getting motivated to go and spend money in the theater. Yeah. That's why these movies on streaming do what they do, because you already pay for it. It's like, I'll try it. Yeah.
It means nothing. And the way they're counting minutes now is like, if you just hit play, it used to be you have to hit play and watch the movie for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Now they've changed the metrics to where you just hit play at all, watch it for a minute. And
I'll push back on it doesn't mean anything, because it does in terms of, okay, we'll make another one because people clicked on it, but it doesn't mean anything as far as quality.
Yeah.
What do you make? The question is, what are you making it for?
Name me the last movie that bombed at the box office and then did well in streaming, and then they made a sequel. It doesn't exist.
No, I know.
It's not with the cast.
Yeah.
With the cast, not go low rent recast with the cast. It's never happened.
Jacob Matthew, Casey, Star Wars needs to treat kids like adults instead of babies. I was 5 years old watching Maul get cut in half, 8 years old watching Anakin slaughter people, and 12 years old watching Palpatine commit genocide. I know. And look, I think that the other thing that they need to do, Jacob, though, I just think that they need to change who it's for now. I think they should start making Star Wars the way that Dune is making science fiction for adults. I think Star Wars should start making Star Wars for adults.
I just love Jake saying this. He goes like, and I turned out just fine. Look at my black and white serial killer picture.
Right.
I'm fine.
If you scroll down, he's holding two heads.
Yeah, it's like, I turned out well.
I tease you. I understand what you're saying, Jake. Go, pal. I'm with Roca on Cameron. His best movies are T1, Aliens, and True Lies. With money, Cameron gets too into the tech weeds and forgets about the movie.
Yeah, even Titanic.
Yeah,
it's a miracle of achievement. Script is horrible, you know.
He figured out a way to do it right. Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
I hate them. Hayden's speech was great though. That scene always bothers me though when I watch it back though too. Yeah. He's just like, I murdered all of them, the kids, everybody. Natalie Portman, come on, give me a smooch.
Unheard,
right. Unheard Sirens Incorporated. Sam Jackson is also not good in the prequels. Just
nope. How dare you? I will kick your ass if I see you in person. You say that ever again. Sam Jackson was damn good in those movies. How dare you?
I don't think he had enough to do.
The Emperor was good too. There are good actors.
Yeah, I know, but I think Sam Jackson though it's one of those movies where he's like in the Marvel movies, he gave Nick Fury he gives him a character.
Yeah.
He's just Sam Jackson with a lightsaber. Mace. Like, what do you really know about Mace Windu? You don't really know anything about him. He says cool shit. He says cool stuff, but he's not like really
walking around going the mother effing force.
No, but he's Sam Jackson for the most part. I don't trust him. It's like you don't really get any, and that's not his fault. The writing was just not good enough to where I don't know anything about Mace Windu except that he was powerful. I know nothing about him.
But even the premise of this comment, like you're going to compare Sam Jackson's career to Hayden Christensen's career. I mean, no. There's people who can act and people who can't. If Hayden Christensen was as good as Sam, he'd still be working.
No, but he's also. But I think what Unheard of is saying is what we were saying, where Natalie wasn't great in it, Hayden wasn't great in it, Sam wasn't utilized in the way that he normally is. You know, like it's because there was it in those movies was speaking of technical stuff. Those movies were to highlight the technical kind of phenomenon and things that were coming out now more so than the characters. What about a John Wick style from Hayden? I mean, look, I want to see him do some stuff. What are you laughing about? That's possible. Hey, Keanu Reeves is not the best thespian in the world.
How dare you?
but he's the most likable guy in the world. Everybody loves him, and he's a pure action phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
So. Who's to say? Maybe Hayden's really good in those sword scenes. Maybe he could do something like that. No, huh? All right.
I don't think so.
Screw you, Roca. Ricky Harrow, 1943. He like that one. My local Staples is in LA is selling the exact Spider-Man balloon you saw at the old 90s theater. I was cracking. You should have bought it and send it to me. I'll hang it up in my office. I'll put it right there. If somebody gets that from me, I'll hang it up right there. And I'll tape it to the wall the way they did. Ridiculous. The Dashy Diggy. Sam's probably going to need to see the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. I'm not doing Peacemaker. Doing it. I like Peacemaker. I loved Peacemaker season 1. Loved it.
Yeah,
loved it. CC Black, 1987. Old Man Steve already live. Doomsday and Secret Wars. Old Man Steve already live. Doomsday and Secret Wars. I don't know what that means.
Is Old Man Steve already alive in Doomsday and Secret Wars? I don't know.
Oh, is he alive? Is Old Man Steve already alive? I don't know. That's a good question too. Is there?
We figured it out. He
was trying to help. Leave him alone. Stop yelling at him.
Jesus.
I'm right here for you anytime you want.
This guy.
Don't instigate him. Don't instigate him. Get out of here. Mr. Universal Boom. Could they pull a Steve Rogers and say that Magneto was trapped in ice for several decades? Sure. I mean, I'm about ice, but something.
That's a cop out, but sure.
Yeah. Something, look, they're still playing with time. You never know what could happen. Ron H 7474. Between the Kristian Harloff Show and everything that's happened to me over the summer, I totally want to write a book. You should get Fugan High. Let's go. You absolutely should. 100%. I think there's like 3 or 4 left, John. Jay Morgan, Roca silent head shake. Your idea for Magneto.
I said it on the Geek Buddies, and clearly you don't watch that, Jay Morgan. Because Michael asked. Michael's Jewish. Michael Vogel, my co-host on the Geek Buddies, he asked, "What do we do with this situation?" And first of all, Magneto wasn't connected to the Holocaust in his origin in the comic books until I think the 80s is when they brought in the Holocaust to be a part of his origin story. So it's a relatively recent thing, but we've seen, of course, it connected in the film versions with Ian McKellen and with Fassbender. So I get it why people ask that, but the way it could work is simply he is a guy whose grandparents or great grandparents were in the Holocaust. He's very devoutly Jewish, and Jewishness of his is a very strong thing with him as a person. So he carries on the mantle of the Holocaust and what happened there. And we see that in our lives now. There are plenty of Black people who are activists who talk about the perils of slavery and racism in the 60s and what's going on with police brutality. And they make that a very central part of who they are as a Black person in our lives. And so that could happen with someone who has a Jewish connection, that the Holocaust, all those things, they always say that never forget, never again. And that could be a very strong element of who he is as a person. He doesn't have to have experienced it to still be connected to it. And I think that's your way out of it without doing like stuck in ice and aging slower and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's my idea.
Unheard Sirens. I was at a con recently talking to some diehard Star Wars cosplayers about it, and I brought up Starfighter, and they were like, "What's that? That's a problem." Wow,
Oof.
that's surprising that that's surprising. I don't think that's as much of a problem yet, though, because maybe you are their first realization of the product that doesn't come out for another year or close to it. They'll see trailers. Now, Star Wars has to put marketing towards not only, I mean, they should definitely, those people should know about it already, but leading into it, they have to get the word out to people who are going to be saying, what's that in April of next year?
Yeah.
Right. Because there's tons of people walking around the street. Like, I can tell you right now, I walk downstairs and I go across the street and go to one of these stores and say, "Hey, are you excited for Star Wars Starfighter?" Like, what is that? You know, Ryan Gosling's in it? Really? Nobody knows about it yet. And that doesn't mean that it's a problem yet because it doesn't come out until May. But because it's such a big movie, like everybody knew they're doing a new Star Wars movie. Episode 7's coming out. Holy crap. It's the first one that was coming out in years. Now, back to what we were talking about with PLD, you put a subpar movie out in May of this, and it eats shit, and it's the first Star Wars movie, and people who were aware of it going, "I never saw it." It carries into the psyche of going, "I don't care about Star Wars anymore."
Yeah,
it carries into it. Yeah,
people don't feel that they need to be on top of all the stories. That's a bad thing.
Vaseline based. Roca lacks the knowledge. Spider-Verse boomed on Netflix,
but it was already in what? It was already what? What are you talking about? Spider-Verse was a hit in the theaters, and they already were working on a sequel. You think because it did well on Netflix, that's why they did the sequel? They were already working on a sequel because it was successful in the theater.
That's what I'm saying. Streaming does help, but it's not. But it depends on.
It wasn't the reason they made the sequel for Spider-Verse, or the third one.
No, Liam Toole, 5477. I am Liam O'Toole. I am a first-time Schmoedown viewer since finding the channel with the launch of the big thing and you being on Campia show. That's pretty. Oh shoot, that's cool, man. And I can see why it was a big deal. Season 3 is awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, season 3 is great. I think if you're old, I don't know, Liam, if you're an old school wrestling fan, but but Roke and I always talk about it. Season 3 until like season 6 to me, and I don't know if PLD agrees. He's a wrestling guy too, but that's the golden era. I think maybe even say that season, maybe it's 3 to 5 is the golden era, and like 5, maybe the end of 5 and 6 is like the Attitude Era.
Right.
I would say that. And then, you know, the digital era, we don't really have to talk about. But you know, it's like, this is to me it's great. Look, there's a lot of great matches in the digital era. You'll just see that what the show is in the like the core of it is during that time. And once we start doing the live events, like the live events were just magical. So I'm glad you got a chance to check it out. Yeah, a great match today with Makuga and Wolf. Battery, Eagle critical of acting. Go get your lucha mask. You knew he was coming.
Yeah, it's a big deal. $2.
EF Hutton. John, have you watched the Ladies in Blue show on Apple Plus? If not, it is a high recommendation for you and the Lady Outlaw. Put it in your queue.
It's already in our queue. Yeah, I got to show her the trailer. We're getting through the Apple shows, but yeah, we got to get to Ladies in Blue. I saw that and see if she's maybe into it or not. We're about to start Lioness though. That's going to be our obsession right now.
Yeah.
For season 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And last one for now, Jay Morgan. Very good points on Magneto. Thanks, Roka.
Thank you. Thank you for being logical. Everyone else
listen.
Suck it. Yeah.
Good start of a Monday here. 97.
Yes.
97 for Roka. Good start for sure. We'll see what Mike can do tomorrow. But John, before you go, what's going on today?
Yeah, please. Today, I might be going live later on today to talk about stuff that's going on, especially the Gilroy Lockhart situation, the Rob Bonta versus Paramount stuff, and maybe even get into some of the WNBA stuff with the ridiculous shit that happened yesterday with that idiot Enos Cantor. So come and see that. Come and follow me at The Roka Says on social media, but my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Roka Says here, and look at all the stuff there. Geek Buddies, Hot Mic, reactions, reviews, everything happening here. And Spill the Tequila tomorrow night with me and Winston A. as well. Thanks, Kristian. Happy Monday, everybody.
Thank you, John. And thank you to John and everybody else who helped with last week. Thanks to PLD and Luke for not only holding the fort down last week, for helping out every day. Thanks to Jonathan for his contributions. And thank you to Chris and MK. Who's Chris? Chris Carr? Yeah, sure. Sam and MK for doing the codes. Appreciate that very much so. Join the Discord if you haven't done that already. I will be letting you guys know. I was crossing my fingers that I was checking, while I was talking to you guys, I was just checking the text and hoping that Craig was like, we're approved. So as soon as we get approved, I will let you know. I'm waiting every day. I am waiting every minute. I am waiting. And as soon as we get that, then I can talk to Craig and let him know, we're going to figure out exactly when we're going to be launching this thing. So I have a date for you guys. So we're almost here. So just positive vibes and put your thoughts and hopes that we can get this thing, out there quick. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, The Mandalorian season 2, episode 3 and 4 will drop on the channel. So you can check that out. And I just got to figure out what's going on with Lanterns and everything else too. We'll be recording with Sam today. So I'll give you guys a heads up. That's it. Thank you guys again. Appreciate you. And we'll see you on the flip side. And if you haven't already done this, and I saw that a lot of people, because they posted the real flyer over the weekend. Apparently there's not a lot of seats left now. But if you're around and you live in New York in October 8th, Thursday, get your tickets to see me, Mark Ellis, and Jen Sturger, hosted by Kyle Lewis. It's going to be a stand-up comedy show that night. So if you want to come out and check it out, please do so. The link is in the description, PLD. Yep. All right. So thank you. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the flip side. Bye, everybody. Bye. Right? Oh, yeah. Check me out on Campia Show. Be on there in about less than 50 minutes.
Did you shit in there?